Hello, everyone. We are at it again. Hello, Mr. Dave. Okay, I have to put up the signs. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Jake posed a really good question. You're right, I wasn't late. I thought I would be late, but I wasn't late. How is everybody doing today? My shirt is dirty. I had an appointment today with the dental hygienist. I forgot to change my t-shirt afterwards, and now I got all sorts of... Oh, give me a second, everybody, sorry. Yeah, so as I was saying, had a dental appointment today. Hello, Dave FDA. Oh, Miss Katie's here, love it. Martin is here also. Hello, Dandelion Gum also. A lot of cool people. Linda is here. Oh my god, so many cool people. Damn it, the dude, Draculum, awesome Draculum. Jake Lagatare, always cool. Jake, I saw you've been streaming a lot lately, huh? That's awesome. Taking advantage of it. I love it. Lambretta Jones, hello. Martin, JD. You guys want to try it? I love it when there's two people. You guys want to try it? He goes like, he wants to try it. And the other person's like, yeah. Oh. You want to try a social experiment? No. Yeah, so I was saying I've had a pretty interesting day. I also been stepping it up in the gym. I think I might lose some weight actually because of it. Because I've been raising my intensity. But that's okay. Raising intensity. But I did it badly because I started raising intensity while at the same time keeping the same weights. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just get organized a little bit in my head. I just went from work to this now, and I ran from one point to the other. Before that, I had another thing, so it's a weird day. But yeah, how many calories do I eat in a day? 4,000, around 4,000 on average, between 3,500 and 4,000. Aski says, bro, you best. Thank you. I don't know. Yeah. I decided, in order to raise my intensity at the gym, that I'll do exactly the same workout, but I'll superset it, So normally I would do a set of lower, right, like deadlift or squats, then something like for the chest, like bench press or incline bench, then something for the back, like pull-ups or rows, and in the end I would finish it off with shoulders. That's how I would do it. How tall are you? 180, 5'10". So what I decided today is I'll superset it. So of course, chest with back superset, and legs with shoulders superset. But I kept the volume, the weights, everything exactly the same. I just minimized the amount of time, basically rest time. I also removed the rest time in between sets, and I did one after the other essentially. That was not a good idea. Destroyed me to the end. I don't think I ever burned 1,000 calories in the gym. This was today. But yeah. And then I had to go to the freaking dental hygienist, which tortured me. Well, they not intentionally, but it's just my teeth are sensitive. They've always been. That's just how I grew up. And God damn it, it was torture. Literally, head upside down, nearly choking with my own saliva. And then somebody poking at everything that hurts in my teeth. I hate going to the dentist, as Martin. Me too, Martin. Me too. But now I love going to the dentist. The dental hygienist is the worst. Dentists are like, they give you anesthesia. Let me put a cap on you guys. By the way, a lot of people didn't actually know that this is the cap that I put on you guys. It's an actual cap. Lacking B12, says David. If only, David. More like, damn it. I hope on Thursday to explain to everybody why it is that I'm changing my training routine. But until Thursday, there's this little black line. I'm sorry, everybody. It's pretty strong wind, so I gotta place it harder. Let me also turn up the luminosity a bit, because, yeah, there we go. I can see you. Okay. Okay, let's get some people to have a conversation. There's a lot of people passing by. Okay, there's a girl coming. She seems young. 15, 16 maybe. Let's see. Okay. Hi. Are you? Just ask you some questions, get you to think a little bit. How old are you, by the way? 15. 15. Is she your mother? Yeah. Can you confirm with her that you can be live on my YouTube channel? Because I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, because otherwise, yeah. Where are you, bro? I'm in Amsterdam. So she's trying to get consent from her mother. Let's see if her mother says okay. Her mother says okay. There you go. It's really cool when you double tap. Hi, you want to be here so that you interview?
Yeah. Hi.
What's your name?
Anna.
Anna, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So Anna, we're gonna do this one thing, and you tell me what you think, okay?
Okay.
It says animal abuse should be legal. What do you think? No?
No, I'm vegan.
You're vegan?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the whole point. Why? How come you're vegan?
I'm not fully vegan because I must say I really like
Bring it back.
meat, but it's the animals.
What do you think being vegan means? Wow, there's no sense in this. Yeah.
It's about, I think, moral.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's pretty crucial that we put on death. What is it? Death.
What do you mean?
When a person kills another person. I'm not native speaker, so.
Like a murder? That
Yes.
they murder them?
And in some countries they want the death sentence.
Yeah.
And that we don't agree with murders on when it's human.
Yeah.
But we kill animals every day.
Exactly.
So that's
Do you still consume animal products? Because you said you're not fully vegan.
Sometimes yes.
Can I ask why is that?
I think it's comfortability maybe. I don't know.
But do you acknowledge that when you are consuming those products, you are paying for a form of animal abuse?
Yes. I think it's in some aspects I'm okay, I can live with that. But then I'm always asking myself, can I live with that choice? And if I can, then I make that choice. And if I don't, then I don't make that choice. You
But
know?
do you think this is a good way of living? I'm just trying to poke at it a little bit because if you don't see the horrors that are happening, you may be able to live with that choice, right? That doesn't
Yeah.
mean that what you're doing is good, right?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that that's good. But then the question is, what is good? You know?
Well, I
I
would.
don't think it's morally good to like eat meat every day and like consume animal products or like leather and anything. Um, but I mean, if you can live with that, if you, I know what I'm doing to the animals, I know what I'm doing to everything. If you can live with that,
Then it's
then
moral.
it's your choice. I mean, I,
But is it a moral choice?
yes.
So if I can live with killing people, right? I just don't have a problem with. Let's just imagine this
Yes.
hypothetically speaking. Do you think that then it is moral for me to kill people because I
That's
can
my
live with it?
choice. In my opinion, no.
No.
But I think
So it is
everyone,
my choice. It would be my choice to
I
do so,
think
right?
everyone can have their own opinion. Whether I think it's good or not is the other thing, but I don't think it's good.
You
But
don't
if
think it's good,
you
yeah.
think that's good, then it's
Then
your
you think
life.
I should be allowed to do it.
It's your life. Allowed is like another thing, but yeah, I think there are rules for.
But if you say all of this, what's the purpose of morals then? Because the purpose of morals is for us, all of us, to agree on some form of principle of what is right and what is wrong, so that we can all act accordingly, so that I can know how I can act according to you, or how you prefer it, or so I can know how to act according to anybody else, right? That's the whole point of morals. And when there's individuals who cannot express morals or who cannot speak, then for them, we should apply, I don't know, the bare minimum of at least, right?
Yeah,
Which is
not
to not
killing
kill
them.
them, yeah, or
Yes.
not exploit them also, right?
Yes.
Because for milk, for eggs, we exploit them also.
Yes.
Yeah, so do you think that in these situations, is it moral if I get pleasure from it, or if I'm not bothered by the fact that animals are killed for me? Do you think that then it's moral for me to choose to kill them?
Not really.
Not really, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's
I
not
think
really a question what
it's
you can live with.
yes.
It's more of a question where your values are, because
Yes.
with enough desensitization, you can live with anything
Yes.
almost, right?
Yes.
That's the beauty of our
It's a lot
mind.
of things.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's really good if you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, and vegan doesn't. For me, it's like you don't have to go all in. A lot of people are like, but I like this one. I like cheese. I like milk. Then you can eat that, but you can also like look at what can I live without to help others. And I'm not the kind of person who's like, go vegan, you need to be vegan, you need to do da da da. But I think it's good to live with an open mind, to have choices out in like any aspect of the world. Be open-minded, and if like someone says, I'm cooking this and this meal, but like without meat, with like veggie meat, then eat it.
I'm gonna challenge you a little bit on this, okay? Do you think human rights are important?
Yes.
Do you think it's important for people to respect human rights?
Yes.
Would you say it should be a choice whether to respect human rights or not?
I think no, because for me, human rights are like natural living. Like, don't like insult someone. Like that's just natural for me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, so human rights should be respected, and you wouldn't
Yes.
say it's somebody's choice to disrespect human rights, right?
Yes.
But when it comes to animal rights, you think that it should be somebody's choice whether to disrespect them or not,
You're
right?
challenging me.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I know.
But you see what I'm doing, right?
I see what you're doing. Yes.
Because when it comes to human rights, the only thing is when I try to have conversations with people, I try to explain to them as best I can, or by asking questions, just to show this idea that we see animals as different, but from their perspective, they're just as much individual as you are from your perspective. And I would say we respect human rights not because they're human, but because we acknowledge that within that body there's an individual. So we should do the same for all animals also,
Yes.
right? So then do you still think animal rights should be left up to choice, or do you think they should be respected?
They should definitely be respected.
And then do you think that when somebody consumes animal products, milk, cheese, eggs, or meat, that they are infringing on somebody's right?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. So then do you still
I
think that
think
there
it's
should
like
be a choice?
yeah. I think it's the mess that's made. Like I lived on a farm.
Yeah.
Like we went there for vacation all the time,
Yeah.
and they had their own hens and cows and stuff. And like we children, we could milk them cows, but they didn't like kill the babies for it. You know, I think if you can consume that, I think you can like make a deal because they lived there good and they weren't killed.
Well, let's talk about that. So, those animals, do you think those cows got pregnant when they wanted to, or do you think humans decided for them?
Well, they had a bull all the time.
Yeah.
Like
Only
there
one,
were-
right?
Yeah, there
And how many
was
cows?
one bull and two cows.
Okay. And those cows would get pregnant if they wanted to, or they would have to get
I
pregnant
don't
if
know.
the
I
humans.
was a child.
Ah,
I don't
okay,
know.
okay. I can tell you that's the most of the times they get impregnated because we
Yeah.
decide for them, right?
Yeah.
If they're in heat, we say you should get pregnant, regardless if the cow wants to get pregnant or not.
Yeah.
And when the babies are born, they
I think
separate
there's
them.
someone else already.
That's okay. That's okay. When the babies are born, they usually separate them from their mother. Do you know why they do that?
Yeah, to like keep the milk producing and
Yeah.
to maybe also kill the cows.
Yeah, and if the babies are not killed, let's imagine, a lot of times they're either sold to somebody else to kill them, like the
Yeah.
males, and the females, well, they go to the same fate as their mothers,
Yeah.
where they are impregnated, they have their babies taken and exploited for milk, and at the age of 8, let's say it's a great farm, it's the most amazing farm. Let's say at the age of 10, they kill them, and cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at that age? Because they can't get them pregnant. Because the minute that they can't get them pregnant, it would mean for them to keep them alive, they would have to pay for their food and everything for a whole year to try again. And a cow eats and drinks a lot. You know,
Yeah.
they're big mammals. So for them, it's just not. It just doesn't make financial sense for them
Yeah.
to keep them alive, so they kill them. And
It's a hard topic, I think. It's like something you need to discuss. But I'm also like, you need to discuss a lot of things. You know, there are some people outside who don't even respect other people because of their
it's horrible.
like looking or what they chose to live like. And I think that's a whole other problem. And I think these problems are also kind of connected
Yeah.
because you're taking rights from people or from animals or from something. I think that's a question we should ask ourselves.
Do you know
why-
where that is coming from?
I don't know where it's coming from, but I don't think it's right.
Do you think it's a mentality of superiority of I'm this way, therefore I'm superior to you, and therefore it's okay for me to do what I want to you? Like men who would have over women, like other races who would have before in the past over other races, like
I
how
know,
we
I
have
think
now
it
over
depends.
animals.
It depends. I think some people were like raised by it.
Yeah.
So they were raised in a like context
Yeah.
that other races are like not as smart or dirty or I don't know.
But it still comes from this mentality.
Yeah.
How this mentality was born, I agree with you, it's different for everybody,
Yeah.
right? Like for some
I
people
don't know
maybe
where it's from.
yeah, maybe for some people this mentality was a frustration and they just without even knowing they caught
Yeah.
themselves being a racist or being a sexist. And maybe for some people, as you said, they were born with this mentality. It's been bestowed up onto them by their parents.
Yes.
But this mentality needs to end, right? Because
Yeah.
you are right. The mentality that causes racism, sexism, and all of this is the same mentality that causes speciesism, which is
Yeah.
the discrimination based on species, right? So, would you say it's okay to farm a human being? No. So then it shouldn't be okay to farm an animal also, right? Regardless of the conditions we're given.
Is it
Hey.
okay?
Yeah. I appreciate you. I noticed you want to go. I'll just give you a card. You have my social media there if you want to
Yes.
see the interview. And I urge you, there's something you would like is the most important speech you'll ever hear. It appears as the second thing here.
Thank
Can you
so
promise me you'll
much.
watch that?
Yes.
I appreciate it. What's your name again?
Thank you, Anna.
Anna, you're awesome. Have a good
Bye.
one. Bye. That was a good conversation with Anna. I liked her. Hydration check says Vegan Felek. Vegan Felek, thank you for that. I am hydrated. I drank water before leaving the house. I just started. It's 20 minutes now, so it's all good. Chip, try asking them what they would tell an animal in a slaughterhouse about to be killed for their sandwich. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll see if it works in this context. I really am going today to try this reverse psychology thing. I think Marco suggested it and I like it. And why not try to challenge ourselves a little bit? Hello, Erwin. Nice to see you here. I could go vegan for health purposes, says AI, but that wouldn't be vegan, would it? Um, you wouldn't say I could go feminist because I benefit from it. I would be a feminist if I benefited from it, right? That wouldn't be a feminist because feminism means respecting the rights of women and giving them the same equal rights and opportunities. Um, so why wouldn't you apply the same logic to animals, right? Do you think you should respect animals or give them rights only if you benefit from it, or do you think they deserve rights on their own? Being vegan means you say that they deserve rights on their own, not that you should give them rights because you benefit from it or because it's healthier for you. No. Is it healthier for you? It can be. It depends on the diet that you're going to be having. A plant-based diet can be both healthy, unhealthy, and super healthy or super unhealthy. It doesn't really matter, right? If I'm just going to eat broccoli for the rest of my life, it's going to be a very unhealthy diet. If I'm going to have a mixed diet where it is plant-based, then it's probably going to be very healthy. If it's going to be a whole foods plant-based diet, it's going to be even healthier. If I mix in a little bit of plant-based meats from time to time, plant-based cheeses, some ice cream from time to time, maybe it's not going to be the top health, but it's still going to be extremely healthy, and I would say even healthier than animal-based diets usually. So, but doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, you can thrive on a plant-based diet. So you should be respecting the rights of animals because you can do that. Because you can. You don't need to take away their rights. Hey Benji. Hello Richard Smith. Big love right back. It would be interesting to make a amoral argument against vegan. Please try. Mrs. Winthrop says, kiss why? I don't know what that means. Let me see if I can see. I don't think I even see all the comments here that everybody poses. Where are all these buttons? Lighting on, lighting off. No difference. Retouch. Oh, now I'm being retouched, everybody. What the hell is this? I think like YouTube, the app to stream. I'm sorry, you don't see what I see. There's a couple of buttons over here, and of all the buttons that would be useful for me, none of them are. I mean, let's face it. If you're doing a live stream, you're not gonna turn on and off the retouch option. Why the hell would they put the retouch option on and off during the stream? Hey, you wanna try a social experiment?
Sure.
How old are you?
I am 16.
Oh, 16. I can't have you be on mic on live because I'm live on the camera.
What is this?
I just ask you some questions, get you to think a little bit. It's YouTube. Ah, cheers. Have a good one. Sad. That's the sad part. Chip is double this troll size. Am I? I mean, I don't know, man. I'm gonna get so lean in the next 3 weeks. I'm gonna get so lean that my t-shirts are already like, look at this. This t-shirt looks big now. Give them a card. Ah, too late. That was a good choice. I actually have a limited amount of cards today. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 cards. I have enough cards. I could have given that. Is that Amsterdam? Ask Karen TV. Yes, it is Amsterdam. We're sitting here. You can see the people biking on their way, like right there. There's the people with the dogs. It's all pretty. There's a little canal over here. It's all pretty. Ktox says, I respect everyone's perspective. Ktox, do you respect the animal's perspective, huh? Do you respect the fact that they are exploited and slaughtered for you when you choose to buy an animal product? Chippy sweetheart, why don't you toddle off back to your usual spot, eh? Why would I? This is my usual Tuesday spot. I change spots depending on the day, depending on the weekday. I need there to be people where I'm sitting. Do you have to be 18 plus to be a vegan or something? No, but you have to be 18 plus to be able to give informed consent that you can be live on my stream. Otherwise, you can't give informed consent. So, yeah. I actually hunt myself, so I feel that I have a pretty good ethic around it. I stand for what I'm doing, says Ktox. Okay, so Ktox, would you mind me challenging your view a little bit? would you mind if I ask you, is it okay to take the life of an innocent animal, whether you hunt them or not, however you do it, to choose to do it when you don't need to do it? Is it okay to murder an animal when you don't need to? In your experience, how long does it take someone to learn a healthy vegan diet when starting out? Asks David. It's a very good question, David. I mean, it depends. I'll say like this: if you want to have the easiest solution, it can to adopt the healthiest diet would take maybe like 6 months because, well, that's how I did it personally, and it was the easiest, most chillest way, where I just replaced all the animal products that I would buy with plant-based versions, and then in time I learned to cook some plant-based dishes. That's the easiest, of course, if you're not a person who cooks a lot. But it's also just as easy to, subscribe to Challenge 22 or something. They send you recipes every day. They hook you up with a nutritionist, and then it just takes like 30 days of you learning how to cook, and then that's it. You'll be healthy in 30 days. Well, you'll be healthy before that. If you're healthy before that also. I saw another question. Let me see if I can see it again. When did you become a vegan, or when did you realize its importance? I mean, it's hard to say when I became vegan. I was I was vegetarian for 8 years. During those 8 years, somewhere in the middle, I was plant-based for 2 years. Then I started getting into critical thinking. You want to try a social experiment? Okay, no worries. Then I got into critical thinking, and I got into more of nutritional science, and I realized that, well, nutrition is very, very relative. You can have some unhealthy stuff every once in a while.
Check out this social experience.
Hey, are you okay being live from my YouTube channel?
Okay, I'm live. Sure thing, sure thing.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 19.
19, okay. What's your name?
I'm James. Nice to meet you.
James,
What's
nice
your
to meet
name?
you. I'm Chip. Where are you
Alright.
from, James?
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay, so James,
Yeah.
what's your take on oppression?
Oppression?
Yeah, is it bad? Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, it's bad.
It's bad. Okay, so oppression essentially means, just so that we're on the same page, it means cruel or unjust exercise of authority.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's okay to discriminate, whether to oppress somebody or not, based on the color of their skin, their race, their gender, their sex?
No.
No. Okay. Do you think that it's okay to oppress somebody because it's cultural to do so?
No, I don't think so.
No. So if it's cultural, we should stop oppressing.
Yeah,
right?
you mean cultural, like it's the way it is?
Yeah, like
that's-
it is the way
no,
it
no,
is,
No,
yeah.
I don't think that's true. No.
No. Okay. Do you think it's okay to oppress somebody if they belong to a different biological group than you?
Biological group?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I'm confused. What do you mean by like gender or something?
Well,
Sorry.
maybe like sex, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you just create a biological category and then you say it's okay to oppress them
No,
because of different
that's
sex.
cool. No.
No, okay. So then, in the next question, most people usually switch. So let's see if you'll switch also.
Yeah.
Is it okay to oppress based on species? That means, if somebody's a different species, should we be oppressing
Like
them?
animals?
Yeah.
I mean, like obviously animals are different, but I don't think like we should be cruel to animals if that's what you mean. Like I'm like
Or
I s-
unjust.
Yeah. Like I mean, yeah, cruel or unjust. Like I mean, I support like free range farms and all that. Like obviously, like I eat meat, right? So it's not like I'm like totally like animals are the same as us. Like I do think they're like meat, but I mean, I don't think you should be like cruel to them or anything like that. Like you should be as human as possible, for lack of a better term.
Would you say farming a human being is cruel or unjust?
Oh yeah, I'd say farming human beings different, but I mean, I do.
Is it cruel or unjust?
Yeah. Farm human? Yeah, I'd say that's pretty nasty.
Yeah. So why would then farming an animal be okay?
I mean, to be honest, I think that
It's cultural.
Yeah. I guess it is cultural. I guess you are right whenever you say that.
So does cultural justify oppression? Are you gonna change your mind now?
No, I mean, I just no, I don't think that culture justifies. To be honest, I mean, I just think that animals are different, and that I mean, we've been eating them for so long, and I think that like the human diet is pretty hard without meat. Like obviously, it's possible. Like I mean, I know people that don't eat meat, and I do think that they're like tired a lot more than me, and that they struggle, and
Maybe they don't eat enough.
maybe they don't eat enough. Yeah, so
Do you know people who are more tired than you, and they do eat meat?
yeah, I know them, but they're pretty unhealthy. But
So there you go. So it
yeah,
doesn't really matter whether you eat meat or not. It seems
yeah,
like it
yeah,
just
yeah.
matters if you have a proper diet. And the
Yeah.
proper diet obviously implies getting all your macro and micronutrients in.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I do know. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I guess I could see how animal rights, like how like the way I view it, could be hypocritic, and how like
Yeah.
I think that. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying, and like I mean,
Do you think animals deserve rights?
yeah, I mean, I still think they're food. I'll be honest. I don't
You
know.
still think they're
I
food?
still think they're food, but I
So
think
what makes a human animal not food, but a non-human animal food? They're both animals.
that's true. That's true. I mean, I just always how I viewed it. Yeah, I guess you're right, man. I think that biologically we're omnivores. I'll be honest. I'm
Yeah, we
assuming that
can-
you're
we can-
I'm
yeah.
assuming you're a vegetarian just based off of the
I'm
discussion.
vegan, yeah.
You're vegan, yeah.
Yeah, because vegan essentially means respecting animal rights,
Yeah.
and as a consequence, of course, I don't eat their flesh, I don't wear their
Yeah.
skin, I don't torture them for entertainment or stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Would, like, for example, would you say it's okay to test on animals?
No, I don't think it's cool to test on animals.
Why is
not
it
at all.
wrong to test on animals?
For me, I think it's wrong to test on animals because, I mean, it brings them a lot of pain,
Yeah.
and I think that it's very, not necessary most of the time as well. I mean, there's like plenty of other options. It's cheaper to test on animals. It's easier, so that's why they do it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's cool to test on animals because that brings them a lot of pain. And I'm aware that killing an animal is killing an animal, but I think as long as it's mostly painless procedure,
It's
like
never painless.
I mean,
And how is it fair to take away their life for something that is, yet again, optional, so it's not necessary?
yeah,
Shouldn't it be wrong for you to kill animals for food also in an unnecessary context?
I guess you could say, but I grew up on a farm, right? And
Yeah.
I grew up with chickens, and they're free-range chickens. And if one so if a chicken gets a wound,
What does it mean that they're free-range chickens?
like they're not like locked up in cages.
They're not
Like,
in a
obviously they
cage.
have a coop.
Are
and
you a
keep them in
free-range
it.
human?
Oh yeah, I'm a free-range human.
You're a
Yeah,
free-range
yeah, yeah.
human.
But
Do you
I'm-
call yourself free-range human often?
yeah, I mean, I'm walking, I'm chilling. I'm not in a cage. I hope.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm maybe societally, but that's a whole nother discussion, isn't it?
No,
but
I'm just saying it like in a way because like we call them free range as if we're giving them something in return, but in reality we're still taking their chickens who are
Yeah.
enslaved with a bigger cage.
Yeah, but think about chickens. Like I'll tell you that, so if a chicken, because chickens, which is unfortunate, right? That you could say this whole thing. Like they've been bred like so well that like all they do is eat and like give and like lay eggs. And if a
Oh, you mean egg-laying chickens?
yeah, egg-laying chickens. Yeah, but if a chicken gets a wound, right? Yeah, we had egg-laying chickens. But if a chicken gets a wound, you have to take it away from the other chickens because maybe you know this, maybe you don't. But because if the chickens, what they'll do is the second another chicken gets like cut, they'll peck at it until it bleeds out, and then all the other chickens like eat on it. Like I saw that happen.
Well, they're doing that because they're not getting fed enough then.
No. They just no like
They're not having enough nutrients. Do you
No,
know
no, I'm- I
when
mean-
they lose an egg, they lose like a fifth of their body weight every single day. Do you think that's healthy or nice for them? Do you think it's
Yeah.
not difficult for them to do
yeah,
so?
that's a result of like domestication, the way they're bred. But I'll be honest,
Yeah,
my
we
thing-
shouldn't bring these animals into existence in the first place.
yeah, and yeah, you could argue with that, and I think that's a good argument as well.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like, I don't think you're wrong at all. Like, I've thought about going to veganism, and I won't lie. Like, I completely understand your thing. To be honest, as of right now, I like eating meat, and like that's just how I am.
And
I
that
know
morally justifies what happens to animals
I mean,
because you like it.
to me, it does, right? And I understand, like, to
Would
me,
you say that Jeffrey Dahmer acted morally then, because to him it was moral to kill and eat humans?
nah, no, I wouldn't say that's crazy. I would say that's pretty nasty, no doubt.
So why is it? What's the difference between you and him? Because you both, I think are doing something moral. You can't justify it, but you think
Yeah.
are doing something moral, and you're benefiting from it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think.
And you're infringing the rights of somebody else.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're 100% right. I just think, and I generally think this, and I know, like I said, that we shouldn't like oppress based on species, right?
Yeah.
And I generally think that like we should be like kind to animals as much as possible. But I generally believe that animals, especially like farm animals, because like I witnessed, because I know you said the chickens weren't being fed
What
properly.
are farm animals?
Like cows, chickens, anything
So
like
why
that.
why do you call them farm animals? Who
Because they grew
gave
up on
them that
farms.
label?
I grew up on farms because we bred.
But who gave them that label?
We did. We 100% gave
Do
them.
you think it's fair if I call you a farm human? Then does that mean it's okay for me to farm you?
No, well, because the animals, like I said, like they're bred, and they're not like I said, I grew up with these animals, right? And I'm aware. I have someone that's waiting for me, so this would be my closing point. I promise I'm not like running away from the conversation.
Yeah.
Like I actually have someone standing over there, and I don't want to be rude to them. So, she don't want to be a part of this, but it's all cool. Like, don't worry, I'm not fired up or anything. I'm hopefully,
also not fired
hopefully I don't seem like, I know you got like some viewers, so hopefully to them I don't seem like a
I don't think
total
so.
dick, right? Yeah. So I'll be honest. I believe that there are animals, right? Like the farm animals I grew up with. What I witnessed whenever I was on that farm and what I saw from them is like they weren't intelligent, and like they didn't seem,
They're as intelligent as dogs.
to me they weren't, because I saw it.
But it doesn't matter what it is to you. We have science behind it. So you just apply this label to them, call them farm animals, based on a trait that they're born with, the species that they're born. You say, because you're born this way, I think you should be exploited and slaughtered for something that I want, not even need. And a dog, because you're born this way, I think I should love you and treat you nicely.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's a
I see.
discrimination based on how they're
I see.
born, based on the label that
Yeah,
maybe
no.
somebody told you to apply it. I'm not blaming you for applying this label. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
no.
that this is kind of how if you think about it really, this is what it is. We apply a label to them and we say,
That's
you should
true,
die.
that's true. I
From
will
their
say-
perspective,
yeah.
they don't know any better.
I will say, man, you bring good points, and I'll say I'm enlightened as far as that goes. So if I do change my diet, congratulations. I'll give you some. I mean, no, like generally,
not just a
I'm not
diet.
being sassy. I'm saying generally
Okay.
that, like, because I feel like the way I'm saying it in my tone of voice, I might sound, but like I genuinely think that you make good points. I will
Let me
say
just tell
though,
you real quick. Let me just say real
Yeah,
quick.
sure.
I'll give you this card. Can you just promise me you'll watch one of these two, Dominion or the most important speech you'll ever hear?
Sure thing,
They
man.
both appear if you scan this QR code.
Hey, man, yeah, you're good. I will say though, just the only thing that I'm going to shoot is like you saying that the chickens on the farm weren't fed enough. Like, you know,
Maybe, I don't know. I
I
don't know what
genuinely
the
think the
case
chickens
is.
were fed well. Maybe like the way their body works, it's impossible to feed them. But like I just saw like chickens that were cannibalistic because I witnessed it, right? Like I saw them, like I fed them every day, and like, you know, I was told how much to feed them, and you know they'd be fed well. There was feed all over the coop.
I don't see it something.
And-
This is necessarily an argument against anything because humans kill each other, humans rape each other,
Yeah.
humans eat each other. I
Yeah.
don't. It's not like there's something different. We're just other animals. We just
Yeah.
seem to think that we have this higher cognitive abilities, which we do.
Yeah.
But if we don't use them, if we still use this other side where, well, I've been taught this way. Well,
So wait,
this
so
is
you
how I
think
feel
because like we are like, you think because we perceive ourselves as higher cognitive abilities, we shouldn't like follow the circle of life?
Yeah,
the
we
whole
should-
idea of
we
animals
shouldn't
unit.
be. Well, we are
So,
not
like, you-
doing that
yeah.
in our society anyway, do
Yeah.
we? We're not killing. If you're bothering me, I'm not killing you.
That's true.
Whereas animals, if they're bothered by each other, they're gonna fight, right?
Yeah, no.
I'm not gonna fight. We're gonna talk and we're gonna try. You know, we shouldn't appeal to nature towards how we behave because we
Yeah.
don't behave naturally in any way. Like that, a car is not natural. A car allows us to go speeds that no animal can. We can fly because of
Yeah.
not our lack of nature. So no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. You own me on this debate. I wasn't very prepared.
wasn't really a debate.
No,
Yeah.
a debate or a conversation,
Yeah, yeah,
social experiment,
yeah.
whatever it is. I'm sure they
Yeah.
see. I'm sure they're saying in the comments. Good job,
fair.
guys.
Well,
But
I
it's cool,
appreciate you
man.
having
I
this
appreciate you,
conversation
man.
with me.
I mean,
Watch
you're
one of
chill
those
out.
two videos,
I'll watch
okay?
one of them. Yeah, and if I get clipped, hope don't please. But it's all good. It's all
I
good.
won't
I knew
clip
I
you
was
if you
walking
don't
myself
want
into. I was
It's
walking
fine. It's
myself
fine if you
into.
don't,
Yeah, it's
if
cool.
you don't want me to clip you. Just please watch one of those two
Yeah, I'll
videos.
watch 'em out,
And
man.
until then, don't consume any animal products. Let's just do this.
Yeah,
Can
I
we
got
do
you,
that?
bro. I got you, bro.
Okay.
I got you, man.
I
You have a good
appreciate
one,
it,
all right?
man. Have a good one.
Stay good, man. Where are you from, by the way?
Romania, but I live here.
Okay, yeah. You
Yeah.
didn't sound like just the accent. I'm not. I'm American. as you
Yeah,
can tell
I
from
get
my
it.
voice.
I get
You have a good one, my
it.
man.
Cheers. There will always be very agreeable people like this who don't actually want to change. But, you know, if he watches the video, that's good. Edward says, I believe in God. Good for you, Edward. I suppose you also understand that you shouldn't be oppressing animals, right? I suppose you believe in fairness and compassion. That's what I would say, right? Damn, you're vegan? Saturn asks. Yeah, I respect the rights of animals, therefore I am vegan, yeah. When I tried vegan, I lost strength and mass. Sounds to me like you didn't eat enough. When you tried being on a plant-based diet, because vegan means respecting the rights of animals, I don't think you try that. I think you either do it or you don't. So when you try to adopt a plant-based diet, you lost strength and mass. Well, maybe you didn't eat enough. What can I say? That's actually a very common mistake that most people who adopt a plant-based diet do, because they're not used to eating more fiber. Fiber makes you feel full, and you know, they feel full, and then they're like, I don't want to eat. But maybe if you track calories and make sure that you're having the same amount of macros, I don't see any reason why you would lose strength or mass. If you train the same and eat the same macros, there's no reason. You can't eat enough, brother. It's simply not adequate. Well, you can. I eat between 3,500 and 4,000 calories each day. I get at least 200 grams of protein every day. So I don't see why you couldn't do it. You definitely can. Imagine saying that to me. Like, I actually built most of my muscle on a plant-based diet. But I'm actually also a special case. So I wouldn't say, like, I build muscle fast. I also lose muscle fast. So that's just how I am. But either way, you can definitely build muscle. Chicken, peas, and red kidney beans, okay, but no milk, no eggs, no butter. Which one of those are high in protein? Milk, eggs, or butter? None of those are items that are high in protein. All of those are just nothing. You wanna try? There's people passing by on the other side of the road. They're looking at me and they're like, come on, let's do it. I want to do it. And then she's like, there's two girls now and they're looking at me and they're like, I want to do it. No, I want to do it. No, it's like, no, I'm nervous. What will they say something? What if we look silly? Maybe they'll come. We'll see. Don't give me paragraphs. You just brainwashed. Yeah, sure. Eggs are protein, buddy. No, they're not. If you would say egg white, maybe I would believe you. But the yolk is just saturated fat, cholesterol, nothing good. Maybe it does have some a lot of microvitamins, so that has that. But I wouldn't classify that as protein. Hell no. And if you're saying that eggs are protein, then, well, every single plant has all the essential amino acids, so all of them are protein then. You want to try a social experiment?
Yes, she wants to try it.
You want to try it?
Try it. I will take the
Are you okay
pictures.
being live on my YouTube channel?
Blogger.
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Are you what?
Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Kanal.
Do you speak English?
Son.
Some.
Çıkmak ister misin? Ha, YouTube kanalı. Evet. Senden konuşmak istiyorum. Çıkayım.
Nobody's paying for my time. I'm Chip. I'll give you a card afterwards. Yeah.
Instagram. I will try.
I'll give you a card afterwards. You can find it afterwards.
Try önce diyorsun. Ha, önce ne konuşuruz sonra. Evet. Ben yardımcı olacağım
Ama
sana.
şeyi var mı? Peki şeyi var mı? Instagram'da da kanalda
Onu
da.
sonra
Yor-
verecek.
Ha, sonra
Sonra
mı?
verecek.
Yor-
Konuşmadan sonra.
Ha, önce söylemiyor
Evet.
kim
Ben
olduğunu.
sana çeviri yapacağım şimdi.
Aa,
Okay. It's gonna be fun. Just try. You will be famous.
You want to try it?
Yes. Yes. You got my friend?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you want to try it or not. I'll just put up the sign again. If you want to try it, come here, be in the view. What's your name?
Funda. Funda.
Funda. Nice to meet you. I'm Chip.
Nice to meet you.
It says animal abuse should be legal. Do you agree?
Cat?
It says animal abuse should be legal.
Ha, şu legal. Yes. Ne dedi? Ama şey dedi. Yes.
So you agree with abusing animals?
Abuse? No, no. Abuse neyi diyor?
Do you want to have a conversation? Because it seems
Yes,
like she
okay,
doesn't
it's
speak
gonna
English
be
very
easier
well. Yeah,
with me. Okay, I will just standing here.
it's okay. Yeah.
No,
Ama
I
istemek
don't.
legal mi demiyor mu?
I'm not agreeing with animal abuse.
Ne diyor?
You don't think animal abuse should be legal?
Türkçe ne demek?
No, because it's awful. Animals has also the right to have a nice life, and we as people have the ability and the capacity to help them and also defend their rights because they
Yeah.
don't have they can't talk, they can't communicate what they want. So we have to defend their rights because also animals and even plants and trees they have rights
So let me ask you this.
to have
'Cause
a nice life.
what I
this
want to
world.
do is I like to take dogs
Yeah.
and I shoot them in the head and then I hang them
Sırlaştırmayı mı
and I hug
söylüyor?
them by their throat,
Kız beni dinliyor musun?
Oh, no.
Sırlaştırmayı mı söylüyor?
and then I use them as a
Ha? Sen
punching
beni
bag.
dinliyor musun? Cevap versene.
Is that
Why?
okay?
Ama sen bana
Because
cevap
I get
ver.
exercise from it. I
ben
use
gidiyorum.
them as a punching bag.
She's going.
You don't want to continue this conversation with me?
Oh, that's awful. I'm not agreeing with this.
I'm also against it. So I'm just saying, like, if you're against it, you should be vegan. Otherwise, you are for it. Ugh. These girls did not know English at all. One was not interested. I don't know how to make my signs less fun. Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun. I'm just gonna make you think a little bit. Ben says, I saw you, Ben, calling it. You called it. Jesper says you're a bit condescending. Sure, I'm condescending. That's okay. I don't really care about your opinion. The language barrier, yeah. Yeah, I'm not condescending. I literally am trying to put on a persona where I'm okay with abusing animals, so. Animals are better than people, says Joe. I don't know about that. I don't think animals are better than people. I think animals, humans, we're all the same, pretty much. I think we should respect animals because they deserve rights, not because they're better than us or something. If we're using this mentality of let's give animals rights because I think animals are better than people, then you would agree also with somebody who says let's not give them rights because I think people are better than animals, right? That's not. There's not one is better than the other. At least I don't think. You can't easily say all animals are better than all people. Some animals are better than some people. Some people are better than some animals. For all of us, right? They sure taste better, lol. Stand up for plant rights. I do stand up for plant rights. By being vegan, I also stand up for plant rights, actually. Because as a vegan, when you adopt a plant-based diet, you kill considerably less plants. It sounds counterintuitive and you may not realize it, but the animals that we grow for food, for clothing, and all these other situations, we usually feed them considerably more than we would feed ourselves if we just ate the plants ourselves. So in the process of adopting a plant-based diet, you actually kill way, way less plants. Somewhere maybe if we go by land use, because land use is reduced by 75%, when you adopt a plant-based diet versus when you eat a meat-based diet, then I would say maybe, just a ballpark somewhere between 50 and 75%. You kill between 50 and 75% less plants. Just did I don't know if that's true. That's just a calculation based on land use. Why can't we just let meat eaters eat meat and let leaf eaters eat leaves? Mangoes fly. So should we have left Jeffrey Dahmer to eat humans, to kill and eat humans? I don't think we should have left Jeffrey Dahmer just kill and eat humans. So why should we let others just kill and eat animals? We all deserve the right to live, don't we? Yeah, we're all equal. We're all idiots on this planet trying to survive. I completely agree with that one. Chip, laboratory meat made with stem cells. It is an expensive food because of the type of production it has, but it became accessible to people in general. Would you eat? I don't particularly like meat, so no, I would not eat it, but I also wouldn't condemn anybody who would want to eat it. If there's no exploitation behind it, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not here to tell people what to eat or to not eat meat. Hell, I tell people to eat plant-based meat if they want, and if there would be, cultured meat that would not oppress animals, then I would say eat cultured meat. I don't care. It's about the animals. It's not about what we eat. Sorry, I keep kicking the tripod. Aren't plants alive? Yes, but plants are not conscious. And as I said before, by adopting a plant-based diet, you reduce also the amount of plants you kill. So it's preferable in both situations of animals and plants, regardless if you think plants are sentient or not, which they're not, by the way. But, somehow there's people coming in constantly saying nonsensical stuff like plants have feelings. Sure, plants have feelings. They don't. What about vegan processed food production being damaging to the environment? Azura, any type of vegan food that you think is damaging for the environment is considerably better for the environment than any type of animal product. That is because, yet again, when you produce animal products, you have to give so much water and so much food to an animal that it would be easier and cheaper to make the food yourself. And yeah, we actually have studies on this. You should show people footage. Show people footage. I do think I have footage on me. I could show people footage. This guy is insane. I'm not, but you know, anybody's insane that doesn't agree with you, right? I guess that's your perspective, zet avede. So if somebody has a different perspective than you, then they're insane. Sure. If I eat the vegan, does that make me a vegan? If that vegan consented to to being eaten, then yes, because being vegan means respecting the rights, as I've explained. Wow, Chip, trees have feelings. Wake up. Yeah, Chip, trees have feelings. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look on this car. Ah, you missed it. Damn it. Sorry, everybody. Wanted to show you. There was a seagull who stood on the car as the car was driving. He was like, you know what? I don't want to fly today. I'll take the car. Matt finishing says, don't kill my plants. Sure, so then adopt a plant-based diet. Because if in a plant-based diet, you kill between 50 and 75% less plants, as I've just explained. Jesus Christ is the only way to God. Jesus Christ, an imaginary person, is the only way to another imaginary person. Good job. Oh, wait. Santa Claus's helpers are the only way towards Santa Claus. There you go. What are your thoughts on goatiz or savage? I don't know who those people are. Cattle ranching does more damage. Yes, in the Amazon rainforest, thousands of hectares are reduced for cattle ranching. Exactly. Thank you so much, William the Wolfman. You know what you're saying. That is true. And everybody who doesn't believe this kind of stuff, just fact check it. It's pretty easy to fact check stuff these days. How dishonest you have to be to say that plants have feelings to justify the fact that you kill pigs in gas chambers for bacon taste. Exactly, Ben. Oh, sorry, Draculum, that was you. Exactly, Draculum. That was very well placed. Are you of any religion? Hindu, Buddhist? No. I am of the chicken religion. That is that I believe that if there is a God, that it's in the shape of a chicken. You just ignored my comment. Listen, if you think I'm ignoring your comment, I probably don't see it. There's a lot of comments that come pass by. But you need to be a little bit aware and have a little bit of empathy towards, including myself, because I'm on the street right now. I am looking around, trying to get people to have conversations with, and I won't see all the comments. So if I don't see your comment and I don't answer to it, it doesn't mean that I ignore it. Okay? Let's be adults. Let's be grown up. Let's act maturely, okay? I put a cap on you. You will find studies that plants are sentient beings, says Mike. Okay, Mike, fine. I don't care. Plants are not sentient. Yet again, you will find studies that plants are sentient. No, they're not, first of all. Second, they are not biologically, they cannot be sentient because, well, I can send you an article. It's called Debunking the Myth, Plant Consciousness. It is on PubMD if you search it yourself. And it explains exactly why biologically plants cannot be conscious. But let's assume that you think plants are conscious. I don't even want to debate this because it's a ridiculous thing to say in the first place. But if you believe that plants are conscious, you know that animals are also conscious. So surely when it comes to food production, you would want to kill as few conscious beings as possible. And that would imply no animals, right? No exploitation of innocent animals. And, you know, half the amount of plants that you kill for food, right? So there you go. Even in that situation, it would still be morally preferable to adopt a plant-based diet. So, I'm just saying. These are all excuses, though. That's what they are. They're all excuses. Because at the end of the day, I think every single one of you who is not vegan and is watching right now, you know you're committing horrors towards innocent animals. You know all of these animals are brought into existence for the sole purpose of being exploited and killed for you. You know that it's unfair to do this to them because if somebody did it to you, you'd consider it extremely unfair.
I'm curious.
You okay to do it? Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, why not?
How old are you?
20.
20, okay. What's your name?
Bye. Jano from Italy.
Jano. Okay, so Gennaro, I'm gonna turn this around and you tell me what you think. It says animal abuse should be legal.
Animal abuse should be legal. No, I don't think that's correct.
No? Why not?
Do we need to argument? Okay, because animals are living creatures, so it's not correct to abuse them only because they are quote inferior to us.
But here's what I do. Tell me if you find this abusive. Maybe you don't even find this abusive. I don't know. So
Let's see.
I take a dog, I shoot them in the head, I
Mm.
hang them by their neck, and then I use them as a punching bag. I get a lot of exercise by using it
Okay.
as a punching bag.
Okay, maybe it's not abusive towards the animal because the animal is dead, so you know. But it's a bit.
So me killing the animal is not abusive.
Yeah, maybe not, but to kill an animal.
What is
it's-
abuse to you?
Maybe while the animal is still living, you know.
So wait a minute.
To make it suffer or not giving him an like an habitat or a home like that it's worth living for him. That maybe that's abuse.
So wait. In a domestic situation, if
Yeah.
a husband kills his wife,
Okay.
is that abuse?
Well, not, but it's a homicide.
It's not abuse.
No,
So-
it's not abuse.
So then,
There are two separated things.
okay. So which one do you think is worse, abuse or killing?
That's a good question. You know, like here, if you ask me right now, maybe a lifelong abuse it's worse, but in general, of course, homicide it's worse than abuse maybe.
So if a husband beats their wife every day,
Yeah.
you would advocate for him to kill her
At
because it's
the-
better.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, not to
Like,
stop.
yeah, of course, of course,
okay.
I want him to stop. But if we have to choose between death and a lifelong beating every day, I think at this point just kill her.
Okay, but both are bad, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Does that apply also to animals?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Do
I
you
think that's the same.
Do you think that animals are killed or abused in the production of animal products?
Yeah, maybe they are a little abused, but
And killed.
yeah, of course, killed. But
Is that not bad?
It's not bad until like it's for human consumption. You know, I still think.
So what if the husband
that
consumes the wife? It's also still human consumption. Then it's okay.
That's an even different thing, you know, because cannibalism it's not morally and socially accepted. Maybe if it was socially accepted, maybe
So if it were
we would-
socially acceptable, it would
maybe
be okay.
we will still talking about a different topic, you know.
So wait, if
it was
cannibalism were
accepted.
socially acceptable, you'd think
Yeah.
it's moral to do so.
It's not moral to kill, but at this point, if it's socially accepted, it will be morally and socially accepted.
Would you think it's
to
moral?
eat people? Huh?
Would you think it's moral?
No, for me, it's not moral.
Okay. Is it moral for you to kill and eat animals?
Is it moral to kill animals? Yeah, maybe yes. For
So
our
why is it
own
moral to kill
consumption.
animals of a different species than you? Because humans are also animals, and you say it's immoral to kill them because they're humans,
Yeah.
but it's moral to kill other species of animals. Why?
I need to process it.
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer, maybe. Just because probably humans are morally superior, only morally superior to
What
animals.
makes us morally superior?
The fact that we have a more developed brain, probably. And
So a
then
human being who has a less
so-
developed brain is morally inferior to you?
Morally, yes, but it's still a human being.
So
How
we
can I
could be
say?
okay killing and oppressing them, right? If it's about intellect, if we find a human being with the same intellect capacity of an animal, then it would be okay to kill them for food, right?
Yeah, but okay. As I said, probably yes if we follow the.
So you're okay with killing intellectually challenged human beings?
No, because an intellectually challenged human being is still far more intelligent than,
you
than
okay
the
with-
most intelligent animal.
Okay, let me rephrase. Are you okay with killing intellectually challenged human beings who have the same intellect capacity of an animal?
If you ask me like this, probably not. But as I said, maybe if we are morally.
So why are you okay? But why are you okay with killing animals? I'm sorry for interrupting you. 'Cause-
don't worry.
So when you kill, so you say you're okay with, where you're not okay with killing intellectually challenged human beings with the same intellectual capacity of an animal, but you're okay with killing the animal. So what's the difference then?
The difference is that the animal is for human consumption and for the
said that?
wellness of humans.
Who said that?
That's why.
Do you think animals are here for us?
Uh, Not in general. I think they don't have to be abused, but yeah, they are here for us, and we need to
So you think all these
use
seagulls,
animals.
all these seagulls, you have the right to their life.
Uh,
All of the ducks, all of the animals that you see,
Well-
they're for you to use them. They're not individuals who want to live on their own. You have the right to do whatever you want to them because they're yours, right?
I have the right to use them as I have the right, as a human population, of course, not me in particular, but we have the right to.
What gives you this right?
The fact that we are a superior species, probably.
How are we a superior species? And
Intellectually superior.
Wait, you can't say that a species is superior to another species, right? Because what makes it intellectual? Intellect makes it superior.
Yeah, probably
And
intellect.
who
makes it
decides
superior.
this? That intellect makes it superior. We decided,
know.
right?
Yeah,
Because we have the advantage.
of
But a
course.
bird who can fly would say that the superiority of a species means if they can
Yeah,
fly or
but-
not.
Okay.
And they would be intellectual. They would be superior to
Yeah,
us because
but
they can fly and we can't.
We can argue that us.
So who says that superiority comes from intellect?
We can argue that us with intellect, we can dig underground, we can fly with.
So if I'm more
with
intelligent than you, then
planes.
I'm superior to you.
In a strict sense, maybe yes. You know, even in the society, yeah, you are better than me. If you are more intelligent, you can have a better job, a better possibility, a bright future in general.
So the people
yeah,
who are not
probably-
intelligent, you're okay with doing whatever we want to them at the end of the day.
No, because I think, as I was saying,
Why is
the human?
I'm failing to understand why intelligence is such an important thing. Like, how do you even do you even know how to measure intelligence?
Yeah, there are many types of intelligence. You can measure only one intelligence, and that's what you were saying.
How do
Maybe
you
a
measure
bird it's better in something than humans.
How do you
bird,
measure intelligence?
in general, for humans,
I don't know.
you
How
say?
you seem to say that if they're more intelligent, if they're less intelligent, it's okay to do whatever you want to them because they're less intelligent. So I'm curious, how do you measure intelligence then? That should be extremely important then because you're allowed to do whatever you want to them, and it's not something. Oh, I'm gonna put a sticker on them or something. You're literally taking their whole existence away from them because you deem them as inferior because of their intelligence. So how do you measure that intelligence?
Yeah, based on how developed is their brain. Just this.
What does a brain
Humans
being
as a-
developed mean? Because there's birds who have more developed brain than us.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe
Do you
they
think
have bigger brain.
Wait,
but,
do you think the capacity to learn makes your brain more developed?
Yeah, of course.
No, it doesn't.
the
But a
capacity.
brain. What is a brain more developed? So if a brain suffers more genetic mutations over time, does that mean that that brain is more developed?
No.
No.
Of course, no.
No. So
But,
what is a more developed brain?
uh,
Yet again, you seem to acknowledge. You say a brain is more developed because of how our brain is developed. You don't have any of these, like you're just coming with these subjective terms for why you want to oppress animals. Because you think you're superior to them. Why are you superior? Because of the intelligence. How do
Yeah.
you measure intelligence? Well, the way I think intelligence is, not in a completely objective way.
Well, but we don't have a way to measure objective
So then maybe we
intelligence.
shouldn't be oppressing them, and maybe we shouldn't be saying that we're superior to them because we're not.
Okay, I'm curious. What's your point about that?
Well-
like,
my
how
point-
do you think that humans should live on this planet without using other animals?
I live without using animals.
How?
I simply
Genuine question. I'm not.
I'm
arguing.
vegan. I adopt a plant-based diet for my food.
Okay.
I don't wear leather, or I don't buy products that are tested on animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You live without
Okay.
using animals. Why is that difficult?
It's not difficult. It's just worse, maybe for me.
Why is it worse?
Because for me it's worse. Like I like
How?
to go, for example.
Another
to-
subjective thing.
Yeah, it's of course it's subjective. I like to eat meat. I like to wear leather boots. Maybe it's
Yeah. So if I
it's
like to wear
completely-
shoes made from human skin, then I should be
Yeah.
allowed to kill and eat humans that are less
You-
intelligent than me.
That's
'Cause I'm superior to
morally
them.
and ethically difficult to answer.
Well,
No,
not
you
according to
shouldn't.
you, because you said we judge
Yeah.
morality. Somebody's moral worth is judged on their level of intelligence, correct?
I said animals' moral worth.
Well, we are animals, yes.
Yeah, but we are different breed of animals.
Okay, so wait a minute. You have this logic in your head where you say that moral worth is given to an individual. Well, if they're part of the same species that I am, if they're part of the same group that I am, it's different. They all deserve rights, right? Wouldn't
Yeah,
a racist
'cause,
say
like-
exactly the same thing? Wouldn't a racist say, well, if they're part of my race, that's okay, it's different. They
Okay,
have moral worth. But
but-
if they're part of a different race, only if they bother me,
Yeah.
only if they're not intelligent enough, only if I can't use
but
them.
That's completely different because humans don't have races. Like, for example, black people, Asian people, European people like us, we are all the same. We share the same genetic material.
Not
We are
enough.
just-
We're the same also with animals. We share like 80% of our genetic material.
yeah, but the remaining 20% make us completely different.
Wait, the same. 99% of the DNA we share together. That 1% makes us completely different.
Yeah, but we make sufficiently close together to being the same species. You know, we
But I'm not saying.
we share
I'm just
98
asking you, what is
yeah,
the
yeah.
difference between discriminating based on a category called species? Is a category. You realize that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we just put all
But it's a
individuals in.
scientific category. You know, there are criteria to
What are those criteria?
I don't know the specifics, but I'm pretty sure that many people
There's only
agree on
one.
this.
There's only one biologically, and that is that if you can produce fertile offsprings, then you're the same species.
If you can, sorry?
Produce fertile offsprings.
What does that mean?
It means if you can reproduce with somebody and that person
Okay.
can reproduce.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what it means to be the same
Okay.
species. Okay, so if we find out that there's several people on this planet who can't reproduce no matter how much they try IVF, they try all these other methods,
Okay.
and we scientifically do studies and we realize the reason why they can't do it is because they're actually different species. They can't reproduce with each other. And we find out that amongst each other, we're actually different species of humans. Would that be okay then to oppress others because they're a different species to you?
They still will be humans.
Yeah, so you see, you cling on to this category
Yeah,
that
'cause
that you
as
have no
a-
logical reason behind it.
As I
What is
said
the logical
before,
reason
the
behind this
logical reason
categories?
is human is superior. That's the.
Who said so? You said so because you're
Yeah,
human.
because it's
so if
subjective.
I'm an animal, I would say an animal is superior because I'm an animal.
Yeah,
so you say
probably
you're a
you
human
would.
because you think you're
Yeah.
superior. A racist would say my race is superior because I'm a racist. So you have the same mentality. You don't have any logic behind your arguments. You just say things because that's just suits you better, right? Because it suits
Yeah.
your own species, your own group, your own category, your
Of
own
course.
people.
Yeah.
That's the life you want to live in. That's the world you want to live in, where everybody just looks after their own kind
Yeah.
without any logic, oppressing everybody on the outside. So you're in favor of racism, essentially.
No, I'm not in favor of racism because.
Well, you are. You're the only reason
there
why
are-
you're not in favor of racism is because somebody taught you that racism is bad. But you
No.
can't. Why is racism bad? And you can't say, well, because we're all humans, because then the same would be bad for animals because we're all animals. So why is racism bad?
It's a moral fact.
Why is it bad morally?
Just that it's bad to oppress other humans.
Why?
Because are other humans.
That's circular reasoning. It's not bad to oppress humans because they're humans. There has to be a reason why it's bad to oppress humans. So why is it bad to oppress humans?
Because everybody should have the same opportunities. That's why.
Why?
That's a great question. I don't know how to answer. That's
So it's wrong to discriminate
yeah, to discriminate among humans. Yes, to discriminate
among humans.
animals.
So wait,
you
it's
don't
wrong
have-
to discriminate amongst your group yet again. So
Yeah.
a racist would say it's wrong to discriminate against our race, amongst individuals of our race.
I-
Don't discriminate based on sex in our race. So it's wrong. We're all white people. What do you mean? How can we discriminate based on race? You're doing exactly the same thing as a racist.
But
would do.
race is not it's no concept in humans. You don't have many races of humans. You have only one species, which is Homo sapiens, I think it's called, and that's it.
Yeah.
So a black man is the same species.
Do we have
of
sexes?
me. Or-
Do we have sexes?
Yeah, we have
Are
two.
those biological categories?
Yes.
We don't have to. We have more than two, by the way. But
No, we have two sexes.
so you denying?
We-
Wait, are
then
you
we have-
denying intersex people?
Wait, we have more genders. Intersex people are just biological anomalies. That
Do you
this
know
doesn't-
how science works?
Yeah.
So
I
if
pretty
we
much
have
do.
a group of 1,000 people, right?
Yeah.
And we want to find out how many sexes there are in those 1,000
Yeah.
people, and we find out that 5 of them are intersex. How
Yeah.
many sexes do we have?
We still have two because they represent the majority, and the
That's
five.
not how science works, man. Science
man.
doesn't just say, "Oh wait, this is the
We-
majority."
we have
Science
the-
represents everybody.
Sorry. Yeah, but we have the normal
Every
thing in
individual,
science. We
all
have the
data. You don't just
yeah.
ignore some data in your
You don't ignore the data, but you have normal things and abnormal things in science.
Why would it be abnormal to be intersex? It's just
Sorry.
another sex.
You know, there are maybe people with 6 fingers on a hand. That's abnormal.
So if I ask you
science.
how many fingers
But-
do people have, are you gonna say all people have 5 fingers?
No, I'm gonna say normally they have 5 fingers.
So how
on a
many
hand.
people? So okay, so how many sexes are there?
2 normally.
Normally.
In,
But there are
in
others also.
abnormal cases.
So there are
you-
other sexes also.
No, they are pathologies. They bring problems. It's not
They are
just
not
a
pathologies, man.
Yeah, they
Do
are.
you think those people are Jesus fucking Christ, man? Are you what do you call those people? Those people who kill. Are you in favor of killing people based on their genetic? If you call those
Why
people
would you
defect,
do
you have
that?
the superiority complex. You think
That's
you're
not a
superior to
superiority
animals.
complex.
You think the people who are born intersex are pathologies? Really? You call them as broken because
Man,
they're born
it's
intersex?
not broken. Pathology doesn't mean broken.
What does
Pathology
pathology
just
mean?
means pathology. Pathology means from Greek.
It means
you should-
disease.
No.
Yeah.
Pathology means that brings suffering. And I'm pretty sure.
Why would intersex be suffering other than others like yourself, not acknowledging that they exist?
I acknowledge that they exist. I
No, you
know
don't.
that
You
they
just
exist.
said that there's 2 sexes. You don't acknowledge their sex.
I said normally there are 2 sexes, and
So
that's
there
it.
are more than 2. It doesn't matter. This normally there are 2 sexes normally. This quantifier called normal means nothing.
Yeah.
So
it
how many
means the
sexes
vast
are there?
majority.
I ask you again, how many sexes are there?
2.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't want to have a conversation with you anymore.
You can convince me otherwise.
I don't want you to convince you otherwise. You just don't know science and biology if you think that there's only 2 sexes.
Okay.
No,
It was
thank
a
you.
pleasure.
I'm not to bigots. No.
Okay.
I can't convince you. You just said I can't convince you. That would make you a bigot. That would make you a bigot. Because when you're presented with overwhelming evidence against a bigoted view that you share, a view that is discriminatory against a certain amount of individuals, you still won't change your mind. That's by definition a bigot.
Okay. You said it.
Well, I said it according to the definition, right? So by definition, you're a bigot.
Okay.
Do you agree? Do you agree that you're a bigot?
I would not respond.
You would not respond to that?
No,
Is it
I'm
because
not
you know you're a bigot?
You said
I mean, you are bigoted towards humans and you are bigoted towards animals. You think you're superior because of how you're born. You were born human. A cow was born a cow. You think you're superior to a cow based on how you're born. That's it. You have a superiority complex, man.
Yeah, probably.
Not probably, definitely. I ask people some questions, get them to think a little bit.
Oh my god, that's probably too
I hope you won't be bigoted like the other person was.
Oh, I see.
I ask people some questions. So, what's your name?
Mark,
Mark, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Chip, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Jana. Nice
Yana. I'm Chip. Where are you guys from?
We're from Canada.
Canada. Okay. Are you guys okay being live on my YouTube channel, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. So I ask people about oppression. What's your take on oppression? Is it good? Is it bad?
What do you define as oppression? Or like, what do you mean?
Cruel or unjust exercise of authority.
I mean, probably not so great.
Not so great. Do you think if we benefit from oppression, does that make oppression fair or moral?
I mean, if we benefit at the expense of other people, is what you're asking?
If we benefited from oppression, yes.
So oppression is cruel and unjust treatment
Cruel or unjust treatment. Yeah.
of other people, and if we benefit from it, the question is
Is it moral?
Is it moral?
no?
No. Okay. Do you think that if we should we discriminate based on biological categories, like sex, like race, maybe, whether to oppress somebody?
No.
No. So it would be unfair, right? Okay. Okay. Do you think that if it's cultural to oppress, does that make oppression okay?
No.
No. Okay. 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 And here's where most people switch. Let's see.
Of course.
Do you think it's okay to oppress based on species?
So give me an example.
Like, is it okay to oppress a dog?
So give me a more. What do you mean? Give me a specific example of oppress a dog.
Sure. So what I like to do is I like to shoot dogs in the head. I hang them by the neck and I use them as punching bags.
Gotcha.
That's pretty oppressive, I would say, right?
Sure, it's definitely cruel,
And
violent,
unjust, right?
and unjust. Yeah,
Yeah.
not a great thing. I probably would not support that.
You would not support
Not
that.
great.
Okay.
Yes.
What if I told you that afterwards I eat a dog?
Right. Got it. Okay. I understand where this is going more so now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Not great. Not great, my friend.
Not great also?
Not great. Yeah, probably not great.
And what if it's instead of the dog is a different animal?
Yeah, like what if it's a chicken? What if it's
Yeah,
a cow? Right?
yeah.
What if it's a pig? Right? My love, what do you think?
I mean, I'm vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
but
saw cows
what
the
if
other
you
day.
take what if you take a chicken and you force it to pop out eggs for your benefit? That's still vegetarian.
Do you
Right?
consume animal products?
Sorry?
Do you consume animal products?
So I consume cheese. I don't.
Dairy.
I do dairy. I don't consume like meat and.
Can I ask why?
Fish. I'm not. So as a kid, I had a hard time eating it, and then as I became an adult and I was able to make food for myself, I realized like I just did not enjoy it. But then, I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like if you can't kill an animal, you shouldn't eat an animal. Like, and I could not kill.
But
like,
if you
the
can, you
cows.
should.
If you can, I mean, sorry.
If I guess if you can, in my mind, no one would be able to kill it, but obviously they're farmers, so there are people who can. If we don't need it, then why would we even kill it? I don't know, like it's a whole thing. But
It's
what if
difficult.
someone needs it for health? What if someone is dying and the only way is to have meat? Like there's also that. So I would feel
What if-
incorrect
Also,
to
we
say,
are-
What if somebody is dying and the only way that they would survive is to eat a human's flesh?
Well, hold on, but I think another thing. So I'm with you. I think definitely, yeah. I think it's a difficult conversation. I'm sure it sounds like you're on the side of like veganism and
I'm on the side of respecting animal rights.
yeah, I get that. Totally get that. So how do you feel about the animal kingdom? Do you feel we're a part of the like? Do you feel?
No, we're not.
I see. So I think that's.
Do you think
difficult
we're part
already.
of the animal kingdom? Do you think we should
Do
be
you
allowed to
believe
do
in God, I
anything?
guess?
Let me ask you: do you think we should be allowed to do everything that
I don't think
animals
that's
do
the question. I think that first of all we have
in
to
the
define.
animal kingdom?
I think it's difficult because I think you would have to first define whether humans are an animal species.
We are.
So if we're an animal species, then would you come up to a lion and say, my friend, do you feel it's fair to eat a rabbit? Or
I'm
to
having
chase a
difficulty
gazelle?
telling people that it's unfair
I get
to
it.
eat animals.
Yeah.
Imagine me talking to a lion
You'd
where
probably
we
get
don't
eaten.
even speak the same language.
You'd probably get eaten.
A lion who needs to consume animal
Well,
products,
that's
you
my que-
don't.
well,
Humans
no,
don't.
hold on, but
a lion who is an obligate carnivore,
But-
you're not. And a lion who
Right,
also
so
commits
by- we're-
rape, infanticide, and all this other stuff, which
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't seem to think we should be doing this because a lion
But
does
hold
it
on,
also.
I feel like, you gave me a lot of arguments. Do you want to have a conversation or you just
Sure,
want to talk?
sure, go
No,
on.
I'm not against
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
go
like
on.
you're already like taking a
No,
little
no,
bit
no,
different.
go on, go on.
I'm just, you wanted a conversation. I'm good for a conversation.
I'm sorry, I have resting bitch face. It's not.
Yeah, a little
I'm pretty
bit.
calm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm a pretty calm person.
Yeah.
It's just people see me as.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
weird.
Well, just because the moment I started kind of bringing other ideas, you were very quick to defend against them, but we
Yeah.
haven't really had a conversation about those ideas. And the moment you've
Yeah, let's just
made a
talk
lot
about
of,
the ideas, not about the talk itself. So,
Yeah,
tell
sure,
me,
sure, sure.
what's the what
Well,
is it about the animal kingdom?
you've made a lot of assumptions that I don't know if they're true. Maybe they are. So, for example, you in your little speech to me right now, you said that we do not need humans don't need animal products.
Yeah.
And I know for fact you have science to back that up.
Yeah.
However, we know that science is inconclusive about nutrition. Would you agree? Like there are always changes.
I wouldn't say science is inconclusive about nutrition in general. If you make such a statement, it would mean that, well, we have no definitive answers, but we do have definitive answers, such as red meat is being carcinogenic, such as a certain
Cooked
items that
red
we
meat
put in
is
our food.
carcinogenic.
All red meat is carcinogenic, such as other items in our diet being toxic to us or non-toxic to us, like arsenic is toxic to us. It's a nutritional fact that arsenic is toxic to us. So I wouldn't say that nutritional science is, how did you call it? Incomplete?
I think I said, what did I say? I don't know.
I would say that there's certain parts of it that are incomplete and they still need work, but this isn't one of them. We definitely can't thrive on a plant-based diet. This is pretty established. It's not something that can ever mutate from now on.
So I don't know if I agree with that, only because, to be fair, I don't know the research. So you might be absolutely right.
Yeah.
However, for me, I like to have a more open approach, which makes it more difficult to be so certain. And so for you, I know for a fact you've probably done a lot of research, right? I have a friend who's a vegan. I'm assuming you're vegan? Yeah. So I have a friend who's a vegan, and obviously, once you come to the conclusions that you have come to, it is no longer possible for you to not be a vegan.
This is not my conclusion, by the way. This is a conclusion that is coming from the largest organization of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet, who are the leaders in nutritional science. So
Again,
it's not my conclusion to draw. I didn't look at some studies and
Right.
drew this conclusion.
Right.
I have this conclusion coming from the largest organizations of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet, who looked at hundreds of studies themselves.
Right. Yeah, again, I'm not educated enough to speak about it.
But let's imagine, let's just go by this, right? Because we can debate all day long whether humans can thrive or not on
I
a
don't think-
plant-based diet.
Yeah, but I think without that, I can't have anything else, unfortunately, to add to the
So if you
conversation.
so if you think that humans can thrive on a plant-based diet, then it's wrong for you to not be vegan, correct?
I think at that point, yes, you have to start making some. It's not, yeah. For me, yes, but also for society, probably not great.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
But,
then,
but you see how like that can only stem once I am certain.
I don't know. For every single person is different,
No,
by the
no,
way.
no, I
Every
can
single
guarantee
person
to
I
you.
talk to you, every,
No,
si-
no, no,
every
I
single
think-
person I talk to, there's people who agree that we can
disagree.
thrive on a plant-based diet, and there's people who don't agree with what we do to animals is harmful.
course.
There's people who think that, well, because we breed these animals to life, then it's okay to do whatever we
No.
want to them. Everybody has a different opinion.
I-
If your opinion is that we cannot thrive on a plant-based diet, and that's the only thing holding you back from respecting the rights of animals, then I urge you, then don't you think you have a moral duty to look it up?
To look
Yeah.
into it, yeah. Sure. I think that if we can come, again, I know you're saying that there's the research and everything is very, for you it's conclusive. I think I said inconclusive. I think you're saying it's very conclusive, it's been proven, and of course
Yeah.
I understand that once you have that,
Unless you have certain diseases, maybe certain metabolic diseases,
Right.
which depend on the metabolic disease itself, then yeah, it is conclusive.
and so I'm assuming you fit fish into that equation as well, right?
Yeah.
Like we don't need any animal
Yeah,
products.
fish are the worst oppressed
Got it.
individuals on the planet because we essentially asphyxiate them to death.
Yeah. Again, I think I definitely understand where you're coming from in terms of the oppression part. I have no arguments about that.
Yeah.
The only thing that I do have, and I know that it sounds to me like you're not open to the fact that I think you're very certain that we not only can thrive, but we were not even designed to eat animal products. Right?
I don't care. This we are designed to. I don't care what that means. Is my punch
That's
designed?
interesting.
Is my punch? Is my fist designed to punch people?
No, because you have
How would
little
you know?
bones. Well, like I mean, from evolution.
Right. It doesn't like all of this.
No, but
I
I
know,
just
but
told
like
you.
this being designed to something, right? Like it doesn't mean anything.
I think it does.
It doesn't because
No,
if,
no, no.
if
Just
if-
'cause you say
if
it
health-
doesn't mean
well, let
that
me
it
explain.
doesn't.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
just about to explain why I think it doesn't mean anything. It's because when it comes to nutritional science, it's about the health outcomes of it, right? When we have hundreds of thousands, millions even of people who have gone through studies and blind. Well, some of them are blind tested. Some of them cannot be blind tested because you can't blind test a person throughout their life, right? So we have long-term longitudinal studies that are based on people giving their, filling out forms and stuff, right? It's a little bit different. But when it comes to that, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought just now. I'm a bit tired today.
That's okay.
My point is that
I think you were
being
saying about not
designed to,
designed.
yeah, being designed to doesn't mean anything in this context, because even if you were designed to be able to digest meat, which you are, we can digest meat, we can digest animal products, it doesn't mean that you should. Just like my penis is designed to, use it for whatever I can use it, doesn't mean I should thrust myself onto anybody that I can, right?
Yeah,
Just
that's
because
a good argument.
right, it's being designed to doesn't necessarily mean you should also do it.
Yeah, I guess for me, designed, I see what you're saying. I think, yeah, that's a great argument because we live in a society also, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, your penis is, I'm sure it's a great penis, useful, yeah, good job. But, yeah, if you go around raping women, probably we throw you in jail. Not,
Or men.
you're not, or, sorry,
Yeah.
obviously, or men, any species, or dogs, animals.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably don't do that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great argument. Now, yeah, in my mind, I don't know. I'm curious about this idea of animal kingdom, and would you say it's immoral for a lion to chase and eat a zebra or a gazelle?
So I'll put it
Could
this
you say
way.
that?
So
That
if,
it's moral?
I would say first of all, a lion does not know right from wrong. But if a lion did know right from wrong, and the lion knew that they have an alternative and they didn't need
Yeah.
to kill a zebra, then if a lion chooses to kill a zebra,
That would be wrong.
then that would be wrong. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Do
it's
you
about
believe in
that.
God?
I do not know.
Got it.
No. So I believe that
Neither do I.
moral responsibility comes
Yes.
from you also knowing, right? Like I wouldn't blame any single person on this planet who consumes animal products as a monster because they probably
Don't know.
they're not
Yeah, of
aware.
course.
They're probably
Also brainwashed, raised
brainwashed by
the
a system.
Of course,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's not their
Sorry,
fault
Mel,
for
were you-
No, I'm okay.
for the situation that they're in, right? So I don't think it's fair to do that to them. So that's the same, right? That's why I want to educate and have conversations with
Yeah.
people because
Of course.
when it
I
comes
get
to
it.
food, because it's something so ingrained in our nature, so ingrained in our day to day, our brain instantly becomes dissonant and refuses the idea of change, refuses the idea that something we did might be wrong.
Of course, yeah.
And I'm just trying to have these conversations to get people to bypass that a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
get that.
always successting because I'm human also. And
Yeah, of course.
as I said, my resting bitch
Not
face
that.
and all
It's just yeah. I mean, people will not change until they're ready to change. Very
Yeah.
difficult to change.
That's the
someone's mind.
reality, yeah.
So of course, very difficult. But I think a mass education, and we were listening to a couple of interesting books. One is Ultra Processed People, I think.
Yeah.
And another one is
Salt.
Fat, Sugar,
Yeah.
Salt. Have you read?
I haven't read them, but I know of them.
Yeah,
I
very
know the
interesting
book.
about
Yeah.
processed foods, and they were just talking about like how like the dairy industry, the meat industry, and the amount of dollars in marketing that was invested into them by the government.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It-
so
like,
the government is on
mind-blowing.
board. So like,
Yes.
you may change our minds, but
It has
at
to
the
be
end
systemic.
of the day, it has to be the government. And when the government is backed up by all of these companies and they're working hand in hand with respect to marketing everything, how things are laid out on shelves, the ingredients that go in, like there's no watch.
Do you eat
like, nothing's
processed
gonna
food,
change.
like commercial
Sometimes.
processed food?
Sometimes.
Like that's another thing, right? Like why is the government not protecting us from that? Why is it even allowed?
About the government and this situation.
Sorry, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't want to derail, but
Yeah.
since we're having a conversation,
Yeah.
I might as well also direct it into.
I don't
interesting-
know. I think it's unfair. I think it's for me. My whole life has been going into a supermarket, and 90% of
Whatever's
the
there.
products I couldn't really eat them because most of the products are in the supermarket are not really healthy.
Right.
So I've always been kind of a health nut
I see.
myself.
Got it.
So
Okay.
so for me, being vegan hasn't really changed that much. It's from 90 to 95% or something. It's really not that big of a difference. I always thought it's unfair that governments don't protect us from that. They allow us this food that they know can be harmful
Yeah.
to just create it when. Especially knowing that these companies can create a better product, but it's a little bit difficult because
they were
the more
forced
I
to.
learned about it, the more I realized that the reason why a lot of these products are this way is because of shelf life, and
Yes.
shelf life allows for
also
a better
profit.
distribution. It's not just profit; it's also better distribution for more countries.
Well,
I think
also
in the
low
future that
economic
will
society,
change.
yeah. Of
Yeah,
course,
like
it
you
could
can't
help.
do the same with vegetables and fruits. As
Yeah. I just-
I'm just
I
steadily.
feel the
this
rain
is,
already
this
now.
is just the Amsterdam,
Amsterdam
way of
rain,
being.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm from Romania, but I live
Or-
here.
Nice, yeah.
So,
yeah.
but if I come back to the government, I think like when it comes to animal rights, the problem is that you're right. The government should do something about it eventually. It's just that governments do what is popular more than what is right.
Absolutely.
And when most of the people choose to participate in it, governments won't restrict it. They will subsidize it. That's how they do it now. So at this point in our time, we need more people to go on this other
Yeah.
side, to be vegan, to no longer oppress animals.
Because
so that
when the
it's-
demand stops, then the profit drops, and then they're forced to create
Exactly,
new things. Yeah, it
exactly.
makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I can't say I am interested in nutrition. I am
Yeah.
interested in longevity and health.
Yeah.
And if again, I know you're telling me this, but I don't believe you. Not
Yeah.
because I have anything against you, but
Yeah.
just because I'm the kind of person that likes to really. I want to understand. I want to research. I want to have as
I
much
love that.
information.
That's
yeah.
perfect. I don't want you to trust what I say. I want you
yeah,
to look
yeah.
into it.
Yeah, but I think that
Even
the
I
moment.
can't get through.
Yeah, obviously,
we've been
especially
together for
she
8
can't.
years.
I think that I
It's
am.
not you.
I am reducing my animal intake recently because the more, again, we were reading about the dairy, about the red meat. Yeah, like it just doesn't sound like it's healthy, and like if it's not healthy, I don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
My primary focus is health and longevity, and if I can reach that through non-animal products, I will very likely switch.
But I will argue this because your primary concern is not health and longevity, and I'll tell you what, if
Okay.
you allow me to,
Of course.
to
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
back a little bit. So would you,
Sorry.
if it were,
Even I'm getting chilly now. How are you
If
in a
it-
t-shirt, man? Like,
I'm okay. It's,
Fine, jacket.
It's the vegan life.
I've
It's
been
the-
there-
not vegan.
Bro,
That's
I'm
what it
vegan,
is.
bro. Yeah.
It's like about to rip the shirt off. I'm overheated.
I've been here 10 years, man. This is
Yeah, you're used
this
to
has
it.
been the hottest summer ever, so I'm just
Now, if you
enjoying
told me that
life.
the reason why you're not cold is because you're vegan, maybe I would switch right now. I'd be like, man, let's go
know,
have,
sign
let's
me
go have
up.
tofu, yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry.
So I would say that when if it were healthier and more longevity for you to eat intellectually challenged human beings, would you do that? Against their consent, of course, like we do with animals.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
it was an easy question.
I know you think that, but that's because you're asking a question that's hypothetical to prove a point, but I don't think you actually put yourself in the situation of being in the position you're asking me of being.
I don't think
So you're
10 minutes.
saying
I don't
that-
think 10 years of my life extra
No,
is
what if it's
worth
not 10
killing
years?
30 years of somebody else's life.
I
Or
get
50,
that.
even
I
if
get
it is
that.
10 years, it's not my life. It's not for me to take their life.
So let me ask you. Let's
We
say
all deserve to live equally. It's not like
yeah, I don't disagree. But
Yeah.
but let me ask you this. So let's say you put me in a hypothetical situation. You said it's easy. So I'll put you in a hypothetical situation. So let's say we live in an animal kingdom and humans are meant to eat other humans to survive, not to live longer, but to survive. Let's just say, okay, hypothetical.
Can we
Because you-
eat something else?
No, well, you can, but you will be sick, you will die, you will be weaker. It is
Yeah.
not optimal for your system.
Yeah.
What do? Do you exit
I
out of
might
the
eat
system?
humans. I might eat humans.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so you see, it's not always that simple.
But longevity
We're-
is a little bit different, isn't it?
Absolutely, but when we're talking about, like, we're relatively young right now.
Yeah.
Like, we're pretty healthy, thank God, knock on wood. But as you get into older age, you see the scary things that is happening to a lot of people, and it's easy to say, I will not now, but you also have to think about yourself in the future. And as you're getting older, you're going to think more and more of that person. And so if what you're doing now is cutting maybe, 10 years of your life, fine. But if it's putting you 40 years in a state of dementia, sickness, illness,
No, I
you
agree.
can't.
Morbidity is bad. Morbidity is bad.
Not
I agree
even
with you.
morbidity, but like dementia is not morbidity, but it's becoming its quality of life, right?
Yeah, it's more. It's
Sorry, I said morbidity would be death. but
yeah, morbidity, not mortality.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So what I want to say is,
So I think it's the stakes, right? Like we have to
Yeah.
consider the stakes. It's difficult to
when it
answer.
comes to longevity, by the way, I would say you have to take everything with a grain of salt because
In terms of research, you mean?
in terms of research,
Well,
because
that's what I'm
any
saying
form
about
of
veganism.
but let me explain. Any form of research on longevity is incredibly difficult to measure
Absolutely, and it's so short
the
right now.
most important part of longevity is your DNA, right? Is
genetics.
your genetics, right? So you can't really test whether somebody lived longer based on eating this thing or this other thing or doing this thing or this other
I mean,
thing.
I'm sure we could eventually with enough science and enough.
Maybe at some point, but
We're not
right
there
now
yet.
we're not there yet. So
Yeah.
any form of longevity thing that, like, there's people who claim that you can live longer on a plant-based diet. I don't buy it. I don't think that's the case. I think longevity is such a complex issue. It depends on the individual a lot. But
Yeah.
when it comes to health per se, you can definitely be healthy on a plant-based diet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can definitely be at least as healthy. And we can say like this: the number one cause of people dying worldwide is heart disease, right? Most people die of heart disease. And heart disease
but
comes
yeah.
from increased cholesterol
Yeah.
or increased saturated fat. These are usually markers that lead
Red
to
meat,
higher
fat.
ApoB, higher LDLC, and therefore higher risk of heart disease. If you say then only logically means if you're going to eat food that does not contain cholesterol or less saturated fat, which is normally the plant-based food, there are some lean meats that also contain less saturated fat. But in general, if you're going to eat a plant-based diet and just going to be normal, you're probably going to live longer than if you're going to be eating meat normal because you'll have less saturated fat and less cholesterol. So
Yeah.
the chance, but it depends, right? Because as you said, if you have a higher chance of dementia or something things in your family,
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything. It's just less chances of heart disease. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how I see it. It isn't necessarily that you're going to be live longer. You're just going to do something magical to your life. You're going to be young or
Sure.
something. It's just
It's just as healthy, if not healthier, and reduces the risk of heart attack.
normally, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're a person who's looking out for their health, then the difference between you switching to a meat-based diet and you look out for your health and switching to a plant-based diet looking out for your health, there might not be any difference for you. There might just be a difference that you might need to eat more because plant-based means a lot more fiber. We seldom forget how important fiber is in our diets. Because it's not an essential nutrient, we seem to think we don't need it,
Right.
but actually it does improve our health a lot of the times by having more fiber. So yeah, I think overall you are going to have a little bit of better health outcomes if you just eat normally.
Yeah.
But if you're obsessed with health, you're probably being the same.
Yeah.
So knowing all this, let's imagine you have to look up all of this, right? Then don't you think that what we do to animals, forcing them to be pregnant, taking their babies away, killing their babies, and killing them when we cannot get them pregnant. This is for milk, by the way. All this is for milk. Don't you think this is bad?
It's not great.
It's
no,
not great.
I totally agree. But it's just it's so hard to.
I want to know how much protein powder you're consuming. Because I see you're pretty
Yeah,
jacked. Right?
I have protein powder in the morning. I have a smoothie after the gym.
Yeah. Once a day?
Yeah, sometimes twice. I also
Do
have
you
a smoothie in
monitor
the
your
evening.
protein intake?
Yeah, I do.
What do you hit
So how many grams? do you
240, 250.
per day?
Yeah, but I eat a lot.
You would have to.
I have a really
Yeah.
fast metabolism, so I eat
How old are you?
like 38.
30. Oh, you're
So
about
what
my
are
age,
you
yeah.
eating that you're getting in so much
Yeah, it's a lot.
protein?
So, for example, for my meals, I have tofu a lot of the times, which
Yeah,
is pretty
with
high
every
in
meal?
protein and low in calories. So,
But then there's soy.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Wow.
but soy is healthy. Soy is actually very healthy. The only studies about soy, the myth that soy increases estrogen was by animal, industry. It was propagated, but they themselves did a study, and they showed that soy consumption does not affect estrogen or free-flowing testosterone in the blood. So it's not really.
Okay. So
yeah.
Yeah, so mostly I get my protein. I eat a lot of tofu. That is my main protein source.
Sorry.
Yeah, I also have a protein bar after my meals, just because I want something sweet, and I crave a protein bar. Or if I cook them myself, I usually cook them a little bit higher in protein. There's tempeh, which is great. I use that as a snack. There's this smoked tempeh, which I cut into thin strips, put them in the air fryer. They're like bacon then. It's delicious. So I just have that from time to time, also high in protein. And it's also a fermented product, so also helps with my digestion better. I don't know. I also have plant-based meats from time to time. They're also some good. Soy chunks are the best for your protein because I think they're like 50% protein. You have to soak them in water though, so it's
Is
a
this
little
the
bit.
TVP?
Yeah,
or
like
something
TVP.
that?
Yeah. So there's a lot of solutions. I think like when before being vegan, I was vegetarian. My meals were mostly similar. Just I would also have egg white and Greek yogurt for higher in protein.
Yeah.
So instead of Greek yogurt nowadays, you can find
Like soy yogurt.
that is pretty high in protein. You can find quark here. I don't know if everywhere.
Oh,
From
what is
Alpro.
that? What is that made from?
It's still soy, but like higher in protein, a little bit higher in protein. Instead of egg white, I do chickpea flour, which is pretty nice. You just mix it
Chickpea
volumetrically.
noodles are actually really good.
Yeah, like there's solutions, and I can give you resources for that. It's more about the animals that I like to focus on because.
Much more shocking.
Yeah, it is shocking.
Obviously.
It's not just
Good
more
for
shocking.
views.
But I sit for their rights. That's the whole
Yeah,
point
I
of it.
see.
You see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I don't really care
so
what
let me
people
ask you
eat.
this: how do you feel about lab-grown meats?
I personally, I think that as long as it in the development process of lab-grown meat, they used a lot of animals. Sadly,
Not great, I can imagine.
yeah. But if they make lab-grown meat without exploiting animals, which I think they're getting there.
Possible.
Because
Good support, right?
I actually talked to somebody who was
Okay.
working on the development of this. So they're saying that they're gonna get there. So then I'm like all for it.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
That's cool. I agree.
Less humans, less people.
Would you eat meat if it was lab-grown?
I actually don't like meat,
Oh, yeah.
but
Would you eat like?
I probably would eat from time to time if it
Just
was lab
for-
grown.
yeah, just-
Yeah, I don't
You don't like
like
the taste.
necessarily the idea of not being able to go at every restaurant that I want,
Yeah,
right?
The limitations.
Yeah, so I kind of have to look that they have a vegan dish, but I still would not give up that for exploiting an animal, or you see what I mean? So,
Yeah. of
so
course.
if everybody in the world would be vegan or there would be no animal exploitation, then I don't care.
No, I get it.
I would eat whatever. I don't have again, like, it's not about what we
I
eat,
understand,
it's
yeah.
about the animal.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, amazing. Well, very nice to talk to you.
Okay, well, I think we had the conversation somewhat. We didn't touch a lot about animals, but you understood
Sorry,
about.
yeah.
That's okay. That's
because,
okay.
But because I really do believe that to have the conversation about animals, yes, obviously important, but I feel like we need to step back before that for it to be truly not meaningful, but for it to be very
like for it to be meaningful, we have to
we
be
need to understand
in
the
similar
context.
levels.
Yeah, we need
also.
to have like our
you've
first
done
definitions.
the research, you know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Like, you know, we can talk about UPF a lot more than we can talk about this
Yeah.
because we
Yeah, I haven't
put
researched
in
as much.
the work. I mean, my issue is that if you're trying to convince people to get off from having meat, they would try to find alternatives. So like fake meat, a lot of that is
right,
UPF. It's not
processed.
healthy.
Yeah.
A lot of cheese, like actually in Canada, when
Depends
I
on
looked
the
into
depends. By the way, sorry to interrupting you. It depends on the plant-based meat. There's some that are healthy, like the
hard to
vegetarian,
find
the
in
vegetarian
Canada, at
butcher
least.
here is
So,
pretty healthy.
Yeah, like when I scan the vegan cheese, vegan butter, terrible. They rank terribly on Yuka. And so now you're asking people to go from actually having no meat, don't even have the alternatives if you want to eat well, and like really you're sticking to like tofu, tempeh, fruits and vegetables. That's tough. That's really hard. So
Depends
then
on the person, I would
question-
say.
It is, yeah.
Right, but then the question is, if the person decides not to go that way and they end up having all of this processed foods like fake cheese and fake meat, how does that affect their health?
Of course, yeah.
Just to be clear, I don't tell people what to eat. I tell
Right.
people to not
No, of
oppress
course.
animals.
No, I understand, but
yeah,
I'm
we
trying to
should
say,
know what
like,
you eat,
for
yeah.
someone who you say, you know, like, okay, let's be vegan now, they will likely think,
I
okay,
give
let me try to
resources-
find alternatives.
But also that's true too. I feel like in your crusade to save the animals, that is part of your role as well, right? To help educate. And
That's
to
why I
give
became a
alternatives.
certified nutritionist
Yeah.
to be able to have these conversations
Yeah.
better with people. And I can give them pointers, but I want people to first understand the importance of it because, like, if somebody does it for health, which there's a lot of people who have done it for health, then they usually give it up
Eating.
because for health you can justify eating 99% of the time plant-based and 1% of the time animal-based, and that's still oppressive towards animals, right? If 99% of my time I respect women, but 1% of my time I don't, it's still bad for their rights, right? So
Yeah.
we need to respect their rights 100% of the time. That's why I don't usually talk about the situation. But what I do like to give, and I'll give you also,
Sure.
is there's a resource here called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day. And they help you adopt a plant-based diet for free within your means, within exactly what you want to do. They have hundreds of nutritionists, if not thousands, and they help you adopt it how you want. If you want to be healthy, if you want to be convenient, if you want to be healthy and convenient within your budget, within your area, there's a lot of people there to help out.
And is this your social media?
This is my social media, and I just want one thing, because we haven't talked a lot about animals. I would appreciate it if you watched either Dominion or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. They appear when you scan this QR code. Can you do that for me? Just watch. Come on, promise me you'll watch on the
I can't
doorstep.
promise you that.
Why not?
Because I know what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen?
I'm not gonna be happy about it.
Come on, just watch
No,
one of
man.
those. Get educated.
No.
So you don't want to get educated because you know what's gonna happen if you get educated.
Correct. I want to be ignorant.
Why do you want to be ignorant?
Because I feel that I mean, you've heard my logic.
But
right?
this isn't being ignorant. This is being apathetic,
I'm-
borderline, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's kind of like being head in the sand sort of
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that for me, what I should be looking before these videos, because I should be looking at, like, for me, my steps to change. I should first convince myself that I do not need animal products. For me, that would make more of a difference than this. Is
Like,
that
it's
fair?
not through a moral lens.
Is that fair?
Fair enough. There's also a documentary there called Game Changers. I
I've
don't know
seen
if
it,
you've
yeah.
seen it.
But,
It's not
apparently the
very
science is
accurate.
not-
No, the
yeah.
science is not great on
So
it. I give you that.
After that,
But-
I did switch to being vegan,
Yeah.
and then I read about it,
Well,
and I'm like, oh,
plant-based,
fuck
not
it.
vegan.
Oh, sorry, plant-based. Yeah.
Because vegan is for the animals.
Oh, I see. Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know that
plant-based is a
definition.
diet. Veganism is to
okay.
animals what feminism is to women. It's respecting rights.
Cool. Yeah, so I went plant-based. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I read. So that was disappointing actually because I did switch. I was like all gung ho. I'm like Arnold, come on,
Yeah.
man. Obviously, yes,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yes.
So great documentary, very inspiring. But yeah, so I was
I
disappointed
hate the
to
fact that they
hear.
could have just made some of the science better,
Right.
and it would have been such a complete documentary. I
Do you
hate
know
that
of
they-
any other ones? Do
I
you know
think-
of any books or documentaries knowing what I told you about
So
what
there's
would make
a
me change?
yeah. So there's a documentary
I'll write it down.
based on the twin studies. I forgot the name of the
I think
documentary.
it's a series or a movie.
Let me see
We
if
did
I ask
see
the chat.
something.
What's the documentary called with the twin study? Everybody.
We started watching something with identical twins eating
Yeah, identical twins
Well,
eating
also
one
the
plant-based
books
one.
That we
UPF. But they were identical.
they also did
But they're not.
identical
They didn't do
twins.
vegan versus not vegan.
Wait, we did watch it. It one.
It was the series, no?
What was it called?
I thought. Oh, is it the two guys?
Wait, so it was two guys.
Well,
and
anyway,
they,
any help there? No.
I don't know what is that documentary called. Do you guys know? I forgot the name of it. I think it's on Netflix.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
I'll take a look.
So there's
Any
a
books?
so it's a twin study. You can read the study also online. It's about longevity also. Books particular. I think
You
Dr.
Are What You Eat.
You Are What You Eat. That's
Okay.
the one.
So
Yeah.
we
Did we
watched
watch
it.
it? Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
remember
we
what it
watched it.
Yeah. You Are What You Eat. Yeah.
And for some it worked, for others there was like a mixed.
Yeah. Okay.
Mixed
Yeah,
results.
some lost muscle mass
Yes,
for
I remember
consuming
there's
a
like two
plant-based
boys,
diet.
I think
Yeah.
they were both very
Oh, yeah, very
fit.
fit.
Yeah. So I contacted the study authors. Actually, you can email that. I don't know that you can actually email people who conducted studies and learn more about the studies this way. So I emailed them and asked them why didn't they? Because the only reason why that happened was because they did not really look out for macro. They didn't equalize for macronutrients, right? So if both of them had the same macronutrient profile, then they wouldn't have lost mass. But the reason they said was because this study was supposed to be in normal conditions, not in a controlled environment per se, but just to allow people to be how they are, to be in a normal day-to-day life, to see the actual effects of it, right? So, but if you're a person who actually cares about your health a lot, and if you actually count macros or stuff like I do,
Yeah, we
then
do.
you're probably going to get in that situation anyway. You're not going to have any issues with losing mass as long as you eat the required amount of protein that you can. I think Dr. McGregor has a book called How Not to Die. A lot of good points also in it.
Okay. Perfect.
But not all of it is fully scientific. 'Cause I have read some of it, and
Yeah.
some were like a bit.
Yeah, I've seen that one as well.
I took a screenshot.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. So, but I really still want you to get a little bit educated on what happens to
I
animals
know you do.
because.
Obviously you do.
Okay.
I can't just do what you want me to do.
I know you can't. I know eventually you will do what you want to do, but I want some commitment out of you because
No.
we had this conversation where,
No.
come on,
No, I don't
why
owe you
not?
anything.
You don't owe me anything.
No.
You're right, but
No.
no. So are you going to continue oppressing animals? How many more animals should be oppressed in your name from now on?
But what I will do is I will continue to try and educate myself. Yeah, I probably will. I'm just giving you a hard time, just playing around.
How many more animals?
Many, probably, unfortunately. But I do feel I am on the path to change.
Let's put it this way: hypothetically, if the cows, chickens, and pigs they get a virus and we can no longer farm
think-
them, would you be okay with farming cats and dogs for the same purposes?
I know. I understand you want to move now to the animals. but I
I'm
think-
curious. I'm
no, no,
curious
yeah.
what you think.
I don't even hear the question because now I think I'm just a little bit tired and hungry.
But so I'll ask you again because it's really important. So
Sure.
if the cats, chickens, and pigs no longer they catch a virus and we can no longer reproduce them, right? Because we do that
Yeah.
to them, and we only have cats and dogs.
Well,
Right.
Would you
first
be in
said
favor
cats,
of?
chickens and pigs? So you missed.
Oh, sorry, I meant
Yeah,
cows, chickens,
sure.
and pigs. Would you be in favor of farming cats and dogs for the same purposes?
So I know that there is research about red meat. I don't know any research about eating cats and dogs. So I would first need to look into the research of eating cats and dogs.
Let's assume that it's the same as
Why
all
are
the
you
other
making all these
research.
hypothetical assumptions? Like,
Because
I
I'm,
don't
I'm,
act
I'm,
on
curi- I'm curious
hypothetics.
what value you place on animals or on humans. Is it
You're
that you
trying
don't
to
place
change the
values?
conversation to which you want to talk about, which I respect.
Which is
That's
morals and
great. Bro,
values
I get
and the
that.
animals,
But I
right?
feel like you're disrespecting all of the time I gave you.
No, I respect the time you gave me.
I
That
don't
you,
think
you
you
need to
do. I
understand
think you're
this.
trying to
When
make a point.
when I fight for the rights of somebody else, I gave you and I respected and I talked to what you said, but you refuse to speak about the rights that I'm here to defend.
Yeah, but
you
I agree
want to
with you.
discuss about what your benefit
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
or if you could benefit from it from not
Yeah.
disrespecting their rights.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should give women rights because we benefit from giving them rights. I think we should give women rights because they deserve to have
Right.
rights. I think we should give animals rights because they deserve to have rights,
understand. I
not because
get
we
it.
benefit from giving them
Yeah,
rights.
I get it.
It's
I hear
about
you.
rights. You have rights, not because somebody benefits from you having rights, but because you deserve to have rights. You
I
were
hear
born
you.
having rights.
I hear you.
So I'm just saying everybody deserves the same rights.
I hear you.
You hear me, but
Do we have to? Do you want me to agree with you? Is that
I
the
don't
only
want
way
you
I can
to
leave
agree
here?
with me. You
Because I
can
feel like
leave.
that. Yeah.
You can leave.
I feel like we had a pretty good discussion. I don't know. I feel like you took a really turn there at the end.
I mean, we had a
You
good
don't feel- you
discussion.
don't
It's
think
just
that-
I feel
Do
like
you not feel that way though?
I just feel like I
I feel like we were at a really good point. I was going to go do research. Now I feel like you kind of are redirecting us to a place which was not don't know,
I just want to stress on the importance of it, because if you say I'm going to do research and you're going to do it in a week or two, in the meanwhile,
In the meanwhile,
a
how
lot of
many-
individuals will lose their life, will be exploited and slaughtered for you. I want you to do that research as
I get
fast
that,
as
I love
possible. I understand that's the place where you're at. That's why I had this conversation with you. But I also want you to understand the importance of this, because this isn't just
That's fair.
about you and your health. It's about individuals
I
who
would
will be
ima- I
exploited and
totally
slaughtered
get
for
it.
you.
Yeah. I
Okay.
respect
But
your
to be fair,
position.
you're also asking someone to change how they eat after they've done it for 30, 40 years. Like, it's not a one-day change. But I
It
I
can
understand
be.
you. Sure,
Yeah.
but I actually think it takes more time. Like, it's like dieting. Oh,
Would you
today
say
I'm
the
gonna
same thing
start-
for cats and dogs?
Or abusing women? Would you say that you
Yeah.
should take, how many more women will you abuse?
Well,
Yeah.
now we're getting back into the topic
But
of
at the same
morality.
time, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it is a moral aspect of it,
Yeah,
right?
there
And
is.
at the end of the day, he's right. Like, if something you're doing, you find out that is abusing humans or is exploiting humans, and you say, well, I have this
Where's your shirt
alternative,
from?
would you? I have no clue. I
What
don't know.
about
This
child
is
labor?
a shirt that I bought. You're right. These days I do look for
I'm just
it.
saying, like,
I agree with you.
it's
These
the-
days I do
yeah.
look for it. You're
Yeah.
right. But this is a shirt that I bought. Well, actually, I didn't even buy this. It was given to me by my parents when I was in high school. So
But you understand my point. Meaning, like, at any given point, we are making
Yeah.
many crimes against humanity.
There's a difference.
Are,
there's a difference. If you have an option, that's the difference, right?
you have an
I'm not
option to purchase somewhere else, right?
Well, I do, and
Where are your
nowadays
jeans
I
from?
don't. My jeans are from the only place that actually I can buy jeans from.
Because you got a big butt.
No, because I got big legs.
I
I'm
feel
muscular.
the same way.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same problem.
Abercrombie
Lit-
and Fitch,
Oh,
actually.
I
yeah.
see. Probably child labor.
I'm not sure. I just don't have any other place to buy jeans from. So I actually tried. I
Do you hear
tried.
what you said?
Yeah. You could.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying
you
yet
hear
again,
what
if
you're
you have
saying?
options, yes, if you
You're
have
s- you're
options, choose
comparing-
the options that
Because
doesn't
we're
exploit.
talking about health, and you're like, I can't fit into other pants, so I gotta wear child labor pants. Like, what are you
I
talking
can't
about?
buy other pants. It's not that I can't fit
Go
in
make
them. I
them.
can't
Yeah.
Go
make
to a
'em.
tailor.
I
What are
don't
you
have the
talking-
money for that. What the fuck, man? It's about
but like-
life.
but do you
this
not
isn't
hear that-
what I'm saying. I'm telling you, it is both practical and possible to be
get it.
adopt a plant-based diet.
okay,
It's not
okay.
about
But like-
you. I'm telling you to start
Okay,
growing
okay.
plants on your own. You
Okay.
telling me to grow my plants is like me telling you go grow plants on your own. Not
Okay,
everybody can
okay.
do that. Not everybody can adopt that.
But
I'm
like, I
telling you
just-
from
I
a
see.
practical situation.
I just,
I'm
sorry, I
coming
didn't
from
mean-
a
I didn't mean to
practical
offend
point
you,
of
but
view.
I was just, I
But it's
really-
not even the same. Also, if you want to discuss about systems that contain exploitation versus systems that depend on exploitation, we can discuss that. Animal agriculture is a system that will always depend on exploitation. They will always exploit animals, no matter how much you want or not. The fact that some clothes are humans are exploited on some clothes, fucking sucks. I wish it weren't the case. But it's a system that contains exploitation. And the way these systems change is it comes from governments. If I don't buy any clothes that contain exploitation, the system will not change. Fast fashion is still happening, although most people that I talk to reject it. But the only reason why it continues to happen is because those factories that build these fast fashion, that build these clothes, if they don't build the clothes for Zara or for any other brand, they will move on to another brand.
Do you not see the similarities
on.
though in what you're describing between animal
There
farming
is
and
there is similarities, but there is this giant difference, which is a system that depends on exploitation, a system that contains exploitation. Right? There is a big difference. I'm telling you the systems that contain exploitation need improvement, the systems that depend on exploitation need rejection.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Like, there's no way slavery could be improved. Slavery needs to be abolished.
Got it.
And it applies to animal slavery also. What happens in other countries where products are built, it fucking sucks. But me rejecting a product does not make that go away, does it? It means that would require me to sit in front of a government and say, hey, we need to improve this. We need to make this better. And I agree we should be doing this. It's just I fight for this cause. That's it.
I got it. Anyway, we're gonna go. I appreciate your time. Thank you. I see you're disappointed, but I'm sorry.
I'm
But just know
disappointed
that-
because I want you to understand the urgency of it, and you just keep bringing it back to all these other things.
I understand. I get it.
And I don't think that if I were to be speaking about women's rights, you would say, "What about your pants?" Right? I mean, come on, let's face it. It's
I
just
think
that when
you
it comes
you
to
really
animal
want to make
rights,
the argument. I get it. I respect you. Thank you. I hope you have a great day.
sure.
Okay. I mean, like, I don't know why you're so disappointed, but okay. Thank you.
Have a good one. Why am I so disappointed? Ugh. Why the hell am I disappointed? Isn't it pretty clear when I'm disappointed? I gave in bad faith answers to this guy, and his nutritional questions, and the minute I wanted to discuss animals and the reason why I'm sitting here on the street, he refuses to speak about that. Of course I'm disappointed. Of course I'm disappointed about all of this bullshit. I hate people like that. Why would he laugh at you, says George. I don't know, George. There's a lot of people who do that. I've come used to it. I don't really care. Just despise this type of stuff. Really, like if I was sitting here speaking about any form of human rights, nobody would bring up anything else other than, oh, it is horrible, we need to stop it, what can I do about it? But when it comes to animal rights, everybody just seems to come up with the most excuses, come up with the most ridiculous things ever.
I will talk to you what we're going to talk about.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
Hi, how are you?
What's your name?
Daniel. Nice
Daniel.
meeting you.
Daniel, animal rights activist. Do you think animals deserve rights?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
How
Sure.
much do you think that animals deserve rights?
100%.
Would you be willing to change your life if you found out that you're violating animal rights?
I kind of do it. I
You
kind
can do
of
it?
change a lot of things in my life because of what I think of animal rights.
So let's put it this way: if something you would be doing would be violating human rights, would you change your life?
Oh hell yeah, also yeah.
Would you see it just as important if something you're doing is violating animal rights?
Yeah, sure.
Are you vegan?
No, I'm not vegan.
Then do you know why that you're violating animal rights?
Probably, but health-wise, it's not as easy, and it's not easy being vegan or vegetarian or any other things like that.
So
It's
if
not that easy.
if it were difficult to respect human rights, would you then not respect human rights?
Probably yes, probably not. I don't know. What is more comfortable?
So you wouldn't
for
respect
people.
human rights?
I
if
will
it were
respect
easy?
animal rights, but I'm not
But you
gonna
don't.
turn because of that on a vegan.
So wait a minute, how
lifestyle.
do you respect animal rights then? Because you pay for them to be exploited and slaughtered because
Well,
it's
they're not
easier.
exploited and slaughtered in
this-
a.
Okay.
Yeah, show me the folder.
So what would you call this?
It's meat processing. That's
What would
how
you
they
call it?
process it.
So if it were a human being, would you also call it meat processing?
Well, because we don't eat human beings.
Some humans do.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's against the law. That's
Well-
way different.
Well, they do it in a place where it's not illegal. So then, would you still see it as meat processing and okay?
No, it depends on the view. Exactly.
On the view.
A
So
view
all of a
of-
sudden
views
you're
of
different.
trust.
So wait a minute. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You said just moments ago.
Yes.
You said you would defend. You would change your life if you were find out that you're violating animal rights.
Yes.
Now I tell you you're violating animal rights, and you
Yeah,
said you're
it's
not willing
It's
to
not.
do
It's,
it.
it's not a violation because it's not under the law. It's not. It's not
Which law?
punishable. Whatever law, whatever country
So wait.
it
So
is.
right. So for you, rights are only based on the law.
Right now
moral
it should
rights.
be. Well, it could be moral. Could be moral, but moral is a thin line.
Okay, so
It's
do you
like,
think
where
it's
do you
moral?
draw it?
So do you think it's moral
your-
to exploit and
your
slaughter
point of view-
animals for optional
why
products?
your point of view is better than my point of view, or why you are right and why am I wrong?
I'm asking you, do you think it's moral to exploit and slaughter innocent animals for optional products?
Yeah, sure.
So it's moral
I'm
to
sorry.
exploit and slaughter innocent animals for optional products?
Optional products? No, that's not. That's
Do you
not
think we
kinda
need
fair.
animal products to survive and thrive?
Oh yes.
You think we
Definitely.
do?
Yeah, sure. 'Cause
Okay.
You're wearing
So what would
things
convince
that are
you?
like
What
made
would?
with the
No, they're not. So what would convince you that we do not need animal products to survive and thrive?
what?
What would convince you that we don't need animal products to survive and thrive?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
So even overwhelming scientific evidence will not convince you.
Yeah, sure.
What would you call a person whose views are antagonistic towards a certain type of individual and whose view aren't changed even with overwhelming evidence against it?
Practical, probably.
Bigot.
What?
A bigot.
You think it's bigotry?
It is when you're when you're
I don't
oppressing
think so.
when you're oppressing others based on a view that you have
You think
evidence
so?
against it. Yeah.
Well, I don't think so, buddy. But they
You
take
don't
care.
think?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's how bigots think in general. I hope you don't. Is it? What is it? Is it? I think Tuesday is this way, huh? Linda says bad day today. Linda, it's always Tuesdays. Tuesdays are always this way. I think we gotta expect it from now on. Tuesdays are days where people are excuses day. Tuesdays are excuses day. There's days where people just come up with the most ridiculous excuses, and people are just disingenuous and, in general, behave like shit. Close-minded, yeah. Get some music. He did you a favor by leaving. I think he did, yeah. This is part of change. Cognitive dissonances, yeah. Excuse day, says vegan sign guy, nice. Close-minded Tuesday, I like that. I feel music helps in this conversation, maybe. You aren't open-minded, only the way you think is right. Why should anyone respect you then, says RDs. First of all, I'm not telling people to think like me. I'm telling people to respect animals. I think it's a pretty... Most people agree that we should give animal rights. Most people agree that abusing animals is wrong. Most people agree that exploiting animals for optional products is wrong. Even this guy agreed. He just didn't agree that it is optional. And that is not an opinion that I have. That is scientific evidence. That's backed by scientific evidence. It's not my opinion that we can thrive on a plant-based diet. Two people, one after the other, did not know that. But it is not my opinion. It is actual scientific evidence. It is a conclusion drawn by, as I said previously, the largest organizations of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet, and it is based on empirical evidence spanning over hundreds of studies. It's not my opinion. If you want my opinion, I think you can be healthier on a plant-based diet. That is my opinion. I have some evidence to back it up, but I wouldn't say it's a conclusive statement. It's just an opinion. A conclusive statement is that you can be healthy and thrive on a plant-based diet. It's pretty simple. Next person is vegetarian. I hope not. Vegetarians are usually the most defensive. It's okay. It's okay. There will be days like this. It's okay. Chip, do you watch Joey Carpstrong? He does that talks like pro. Yeah. He does talk really well. It's also difficult to say, you guys see me when I have all the conversations with people, right? You see all the conversations. You see me sitting with a sign, you see me interacting, you see me starting, you see me ending. Joey, Earthling Ed, all of these other people, you just see the conversations that they pick. You don't see the bad conversations. It just happens. So it's a bit unfair to compare, I would say. Not that you're comparing. I definitely think Joey is a better activist than I am. Earthling Ed is monumentally superior to me for sure. It's just, I'm just saying. Somebody said we're vegan bullies. Oh, wait. Krunal Patel says I was vegetarian. I still can't convince my family that eating dairy is the same as eating meat. Krunal Patel, are you in India? Are you from India? David says, Chip, you're short-changing yourself. What do you mean? What do you mean, David? What do you mean I'm short-changing myself? I don't know what that means. I'm short-changing myself. Krunal is not from India, okay. I am from India, yes, but I live in the USA. Well, Krunal, maybe show your family then, if they also live in USA, show them, Dominion. Dominion was filmed, large parts were filmed in the USA. Just show them what Dairy is Scary. I think Dairy is Scary is also a good one. What did you mean, David, about me short? It means you're doing really well. Oh, I mean, you're just as powerful as Joey, Ed. You get out there every day and your views are following how great you're doing. Keep it up. Okay, thank you, David. Thank you. I appreciate you. You got to get out of the car. It means you're not giving yourself enough credit. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. I mean, no, I am giving myself enough credit. I think I'm a pretty good activist. But come on, I mean, Joey's got like 20 years of experience or something, 10 years. I don't know. He's obviously better. And Earthling Ed is just, I feel like it depends on the situation, right? Like I think Joey has, for example, if I were to compare Joey with Ed, it would be difficult because Joey is better in some situations and Ed is better in other situations. So maybe I am also one of those. You want to try a social experiment? Where I'm good in certain situations. Who knows? It doesn't really matter. I don't care who's better. As long as everybody does activism, as long as we all speak up. Oh, that's a good point, says Vegan Sign Guy. You want to try it? Why aren't they doing live outreach? That would be insane, huh? To see Joey or Ed do live outreach. It must be because Ed is... I think Earthling Ed is a pretty busy person, and I think so is Joey. I think they fight for more than just they do more than just activism, right? They're vegan and we're vegan. All styles are needed, and the field sector that is needed. DJR says, I think you're better for this style of activism. I don't, thank you. Their style is different. All styles are needed, and fill a sector that is needed. Ed is too besides himself. Ed is extremely apologetic. I don't know. Let's just try it. What do you guys want me to be next? Do you want me to be softer or harder in the next one? Let's just try it. Why not? Fuck it. Let's do it. I can be softer or harder. Still unapologetic, but softer or harder. How do you guys feel I should be? I love meat hella much, says Shazeb MW. Well, Shazeb, do you also love the exploitation? Hey, you want to try a social experiment? Do you also love the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter that comes before that product? That is happening because you buy that product? Be civil but firm. I mean, the previous two you could have gone harder because they were full of it. Yeah. I like to give people the benefit of a doubt, and I want to address their concerns, right? Because that's the whole point of why I'm sitting here, to address people's concerns, to educate them. And this guy, his concern was that you cannot be healthy on a plant-based diet, right? So we discussed health a little bit. I tried addressing his concerns. In the end, it still was in the same point. And when I brought it to rights, he didn't, I don't even know how much it changed. Or whatever. Yeah. Softer, try to still mend their ridiculous arguments. It's a good one. Dude, to be fair, there are bigger problems in the world right now. Oh, so we gotta do the fallacy of relative privation, huh? There are bigger problems to fight about, so we should not care about this? That's a fallacy of relative privation. I found the name for it, you see? There is a name for it, what you're doing there. Hey, you wanna try it? Are you okay being live on my YouTube channel?
Yes.
What's your name? How old are you?
Maximilian. I'm from Germany, and I'm 18 years old.
18, okay. Okay, so Max, can I call you Max?
Yes.
Okay, so Max, I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals.
Yes.
Do you think animals deserve rights?
Yes.
Yes. Would you, if you were violating the rights of animals, would you change your life to no longer violate their rights?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Are you vegan?
No.
Do you think that by not being vegan, you are violating their rights?
Yes.
Yeah. So would you change your life then?
I don't know. I just didn't think about it too much, but I think there's no argument to not be vegan. So I absolutely agree with you, but I don't know. I didn't do it, or
Oh,
No.
there's no argument to not be vegan?
yes,
So why aren't you vegan yet?
I don't know. It's just I love eating meat. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not the justification, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to change. Maybe you're right. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you think that? Let's imagine this. I just put a hypothetical scenario out there.
Yes.
If the cows, chickens, and pigs, all of them, they die off because of a virus, would you start consuming cats and dogs?
No, I'd never consume cats and dogs.
No.
I do own a cat myself, and I would never kill it.
So don't you think you should grant the same rights to these other animals?
That's what I said. There's no argument to not be vegan, and it's just because I probably do it every day since I'm a child. It's probably I'm still doing it, but maybe I should change. Maybe you're right. Yes.
Yeah. How many more animals should be exploited and slaughtered for you until you change?
Actually, no.
No. Yeah. That would mean going vegan right now, huh? What is holding you back right now from going vegan today?
I don't know. My parents often cook for me, and they do not cook vegan. Maybe that's one point.
But if your parents cook
Yes.
dog meat or cat meat, you would say no?
Probably yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They would.
So you can't say no to them.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you think you could say no to them and or show them why you want to be vegan?
I don't know. It's tough. I know. I do have no argument. You're right, but I don't know. I still have to think about it. Maybe.
Okay. Well, let me give you a card because if you scan this QR code, there's a documentary on top called Dominion, and then the most important speech you'll ever hear. Can you promise me you'll watch under these two?
Yes.
And until then, can you not consume any animal products?
Yes.
Okay, I
Thank
appreciate
you very
Max.
much.
Have a good one. Cheers. You want to have a conversation with me?
Yes.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
How old are you?
20.
Okay, okay. I just want to be sure that you're over 18. Can you come a little bit closer so that you're in view? Nice. What are your names?
Meili. Leah.
Melly and Leah. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals. Do you
Okay.
girls think animals deserve rights?
Yes.
If you found out that you're violating the rights of certain animals, would you change your life to no longer do that?
I think so, but maybe it depends on what and how, and yes, I think there is like extreme way to think, and there is things that are okay for me, but I'm open to debate about it.
So what rights do you think animals deserve?
The right to be like caring, like have all the treatment they need, the right not to be abandoned, like listen without nobody to care for them, the right not to be in laboratory and submitted to experimentations. I think there should be other things, but
Do you think they deserve the right to body autonomy? Like to decide for their own body?
oh, that's a good question.
Or if we, let me also make it clear, or if we decide for their body, that we decide in their interest, not in our own.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So if you have a pet companion, you decide what's best for them, not what's best for you.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yes.
think that's great.
So do you agree with this, that they should have this right?
I agree.
Of course.
Okay, do you think that cows, chickens, pigs have this right?
No,
But do you think that they should?
I think yes.
What would that imply? If we give cows, chickens, and pigs the right to body autonomy, or the right that if we ever infringe on their body autonomy, we do it in their interest, what would that imply?
Be vegetarian first.
Vegan, not farming them at all, right?
Yes. Okay. Yes, and no exploitation like in industries like for agriculture
Yeah.
or for sport,
Yeah.
like riding horses or things like that.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm a horse rider, so that's a bit difficult for me because
Yeah.
I love that, but I understand the point of view.
Yeah. So, what do you feel you need to do about it then? If you have this belief that animals deserve this rights, I'm assuming you're not vegan.
No, I'm not.
So then you are violating the rights of some animals. Do you think you can change so that you can no longer need to do that?
Yes, like first thing will be just to reduce everything, and then if we can stop, that will be great. But does it change your health? Does it have an impact on people's health not to eat
Depends.
meat? It's a real question.
You can be healthy. That's your concern. Yeah.
Okay.
You can be. I'm a certified nutritionist. You can be healthy. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, how do you feel about this?
How I feel about animal connections.
Yeah.
There are sorry for my English.
That's okay. You're doing great.
There are abuse of animal exploitation. It's a fact, and it should be more
Regular.
regular.
Regulated.
Yes.
What do you mean by regulated? As in, animals should still be exploited, but under certain conditions.
I don't think today we can have an abolition of every exploitation on animals right now.
Yeah.
Because we are in a society. It's very grave.
It's like on the minds for a very long time.
But I think it can be a possibility of evolution of better treatment for animals and have a progression like that, because change everything right now it's not possible, but we can progress, and with that progress makes minds evaluate.
Do you think that you as an individual can choose to no longer support these industries that exploit animals?
I don't understand. Can you repeat?
Sure. Do you think that you,
Yeah.
as an individual, can
Yeah.
choose to not support animal exploitation?
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yes.
So that would mean that you no longer pay for animal products, right?
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
And see other options, but I do not know, because it's more easy to de suivre en gros ce que les habitudes de
To fulfill the society?
yeah.
It's easier to follow what society does.
Yes, and I think maybe we need more information about how component turn.
How to do other way.
Yeah, yeah. I can give you resources for that, but do you think that something, just because everybody does it, makes it okay?
No.
No, right?
No.
So we had slavery, we had women not having rights for thousands of years, right? And everybody was okay with it. Didn't mean that it was okay,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that asks a lot of questions, because like we talk about laboratory, if we stop experimentation on animal, how do we do? Because do we do experimentations on human or
On consenting humans, yes.
yes, but
Isn't it better to have consenting humans anyway? Knowing that 95% of the experimentation we do on animals is a
Yes.
failure it doesn't actually apply to humans anyway.
Okay. Yes, but yes, that's a big question.
Yeah.
Don't have a solution for that, but
Well, we have organs on chips. We have consenting humans who want to test it. You know why we don't test on humans?
because it's like I think it's just a rule we have.
Because it costs money.
Okay.
It's cheaper to buy an animal, test on them,
Okay.
or buy 100 rats, test on them,
Okay.
rather than have 100 humans who you have to pay a lot to consent to be tested on, right?
Okay.
Because a lot of the tests we do on animals are not for, well, we do some safety testing on animals, but we shouldn't. I don't think it's fair. Do you think if we had a species that was more intelligent than us, it would be fair for them to test on us?
No, that's not fair. That's not fair since long year.
Yeah, yeah, and it's the same for food, isn't it? Because if it's unnecessary to test on animals, if it's unnecessary to treat animals like objects and use them for food, then we should stop doing that, right?
I agree.
Yeah. So how many more animals should be oppressed should be exploited, killed in your name from now on?
Oh. How many? That's a big question.
Are you calculating?
No, I'm not calculating. I'm just thinking that I can say 0 because I know that
You want to say 0, right?
I want to say 0, but
Why can't you say 0?
I don't know. Like when small things, but when you go to just I don't have my words. When you pay for a medicine treatment or something, you're not sure or yes.
I understand there's these situations, right? Let's go with the most common ones, food and clothing, right?
Okay.
So not buying leather and not buying animal products in the shape of food.
Okay.
How many more animals should be exploited and killed on your behalf in those situations? I think like the others, you can find them out, right? Like cosmetics, all of this, you can find out which ones were tested or not tested on animals. We have labels for that, so you just gotta find the part.
Okay. I think 0, less and less and less until
Less and less and less until
Yes.
0. Yeah. So if you were in the shoes of an animal, what answer would you find acceptable?
0.
Yeah. Do you think you should consider the animal's perspective also
I think so.
when you make these choices, like what you eat, what you wear?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. If you have a product that exploits humans and a product that doesn't exploit humans, which one would you choose?
The one who does it.
Okay. And now if you have a product that exploits animals and one that doesn't, which one would you choose?
The one that does not.
Exactly.
That seems just simple.
Simple, right? Wouldn't that mean adopting a plant-based diet?
Um, yes, but it's very simple. Explode like that.
Yeah, it sounds simple, but it actually is simple. It's a little bit more difficult at first till we get the hang of it,
Yes.
but it is very simple. How do you feel about this conversation, Safa?
Honestly, I don't understand everything.
Ah, you don't understand everything. Okay, okay.
But the main idea I understand is that it's for us it's like a better world with no exploitation of
Exactly.
animals
Yeah.
than exploitation of animals like right now.
Yeah, yeah. So do you think you can make that world happen? Do you think let me
I
put it
can
this
help.
way? Do you think you can do your best to make that world happen? Because of course,
For sure.
like that would obviously mean not paying for animal exploitation, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate
But
it.
everyone can try their best.
Sadly so, yeah. Like we tried, that's what I tried to speak to people and try to make them understand that they don't need to do it and that it's wrong what we do to animals. But then there's people who think we need to do it. There's people who think it's not wrong because they're animals. Depends on every single person. Everybody sees it differently. So I'm glad that at least you both are smart people. Let me put it this
Thank
way.
you.
So I'll just tell you real quick. On this, if you scan this QR code,
Yeah.
there's a thing there called Challenge 22.
Okay.
They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day,
Okay.
and they help you adopt a plant-based diet for free within your
Okay.
budget, within your
Okay.
area, wherever you are.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Thank you. That's
and
interesting.
there's 2 videos written here. They both appear when you scan this QR code on top.
Okay.
I just want a commitment that you'll watch one of these 2 videos. Can you promise me that?
Okay.
And until then, don't consume any animal products. How about we do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate you. That's it. Just to get a little bit more educated about what animals go through. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
This was an awesome conversation. Thank you for having this conversation with me.
Thank you
Thank
too.
you. That's interesting.
And,
have a
let's
good
respect
day.
animal rights. Do you have any questions for me, by the way? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
No question for me.
That's okay. I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. You have
Bye.
also my social media there if you want to
Yes.
listen to the conversation.
Okay.
Back. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. They were nice, huh? They were nicer than the other people we had today, huh? Great conversation along with the previous one where you got no pushback whatsoever. Stark contrast to that prior to before. stark contrast indeed, huh? That's insane. The variation of how people see all of this shit is insane, huh? The variation, the sheer fact that there's this simplicity to it because you don't need to do it. We have alternatives. So we had today some people who deny that we don't need to do it, and we had today people who said it's not wrong to do it because they're animals. I mean, I'll give you this, the people who don't need to do it, they're just uneducated. They just gotta look into it. That's all they gotta do. Well, that one person who said nothing can convince me that we don't need to do it. The hell? But the people who think it's okay because they're animals? What kind of mentality do you need to have to think it's okay to oppress somebody based on how they're born? Let's face it. Yao Felipe says you look sick. Thank you, Yao Felipe. Thank you. I do look sick. Sick, man. Sick, bruh. I do look sick, yeah. Are you a happy guy? I'm definitely a happier person since I've been vegan. Am I a happy person? Yeah, in general, I'm generally happy, yeah. I do suffer a lot, but, you know, I suffer because of other people's existence in general. Because other people choose to oppress others, it always ends up impacting me or others. You don't even realize it. It ends up affecting you in ways you don't even know. But, you know, yeah, I'm generally happy. And even if it doesn't affect you, it just saddens me, the fact that people can be so blockheads that they won't even listen to reason, that they genuinely come up with any questions I start. That's the funny thing about it, you know. I start the conversations, everybody agrees with the questions. The minute I turn it to animals, the minute everybody starts disagreeing. You know why? Because depends on the person, right? Because if a person thinks we're talking about animals that we like cats and dogs, then they agree it's wrong. But if it's an animal that we exploit for food, all of it just becomes logical, simple. All of it just becomes obviously good. What do you mean? We can do anything to an animal for food. Anything. Anything. That's what some of the people believe. Why? I saw somebody saying I suffer in silence. I do suffer in silence. I do. Well, I also tell you guys sometimes about it, but I do suffer in silence mostly. When will you teach us good vegan recipes? Rent is due, old man, says Doc. Maybe I will. That's how I started. I started with some recipes. I gotta put on my jacket, sorry. It's becoming a little bit colder. And rainier. But you're not sincere. What am I not sincere about exactly? What am I not being sincere about, JDN? Animals were here before us, so they have more of a right to eat us. I will agree to that. Oh, it's starting to rain. I hope it finishes fast, because if it doesn't, I might need to end. It's not that I can't stay in the rain, it's more that people don't stop by if it's raining. I just ask you, do you all believe in God? I personally do not believe in God. And it depends on which God you mean, but I don't believe in any God. There's thousands of gods out there. I don't believe, if you're asking me if I believe in a Christian God, no, why would I believe in that specific God? You only believe in a Christian God because you were born in a society that told you to believe in a Christian God, not because you chose to believe in that God. I would assume that's most likely the case. I mean, everybody's going to start to rain pretty bad. Okay. So, we're gonna have to wait for a little bit. I'm sorry, everybody. besides the animal stuff, do you think the world is screwed? I mean, the environment is pretty fucking screwed, man. We're at the point right now where the people who are tying themselves to the roads, I don't think they're doing enough by doing that, to be honest. Jesus Christ, everybody, it's pouring rain. I think I might need to move because otherwise I might damage all the equipment. Okay, let's see how we do this fast. I think I might just close it. Like, look at this shit, man. It's raining. And it's stopping. I'm gonna get soaked in rain. Yeah, it's better than 38 degrees for sure. It's better than 38 degrees. Imagine when I talk to you all like this, with vegans are crazy, vegans with vegans, this, vegan, that. It's raining heavily. I'm all wet already. Why you just say Jesus Christ? Because I was born saying that expression. You know what the expression means? Doesn't mean I believe that Jesus Christ was a god or something. I think we might need to end it, everybody. I don't think it's like, look at the terrace here. Let me show you. So there's people there. Look at the center here. Let me see. Wait. Look here. All the people are sitting. It's raining pretty hard. I think I will end it, everybody. Walk to them, they can't run. Yeah. I think Linda, you were the one to comment first last time, right? Still raining, by the way. It's just less raining rest. I think Linda, we have this thing on our channel where we do whoever comments first that gets a shout out. Linda does stuff, was the first person to comment, and I appreciate you, Linda. Thank you for that. Congrats, you were first. Yeah, thank you everybody who was here. I hope you learned something from it. I think if you're new to the channel, I hope you subscribe. Hit that like, the notification bell also. Northern Carp says, meat for life. Yeah, Northern Carp, I mean, what can I say? Can I ask you a question, Northern Carp? Oh, Benji timed you out. Benji, you shouldn't have timed him out because I was actually wanting to ask him a question. But yeah, Northern Carp, what can I say? Maybe if you're listening to this, because you can't really say anything now that you're timed out. But I don't think you would be eating meat of cats and dogs if there were no cows, chickens, or pigs, would you? And if there wouldn't be even cats and dogs, I don't think you would be eating the meat of humans, right? So you always have a line which you don't cross, and there are individuals whose rights you respect. So maybe ask yourselves why you respect those rights of those individuals. Do you simply do it because somebody told you so? Them being a certain species, them being human, or them being whatever, is not the answer. You gotta ask yourself, why is it wrong to oppress humans for an optional product? And if you get to the response that, well, because they're conscious, which is the right response, or because they have an experience of the world, because they don't prefer for me to kill them to eat them. Benji, I see you timing people out. Stop timing people out. I don't know what they seem to be doing things. Yeah, but if you it's raining and it's sunny, everybody. It's raining and it's sunny. Great. You should ask this exact question. What is true about the animals you kill that if it became true, a person wouldn't grant you the right to kill people? Skirmish UK, if you think that this question works on most people on the street, man, the questions need to be simple as possible. Yeah, there is blue sky in that direction, huh? I see it now on the camera. Yeah, you guys want to try a social experiment?
Sure.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
Yeah, sounds
You want to come here so that you can view?
Yeah, I have a question. What is your YouTube channel?
I'll give you a card.
Okay.
Here you go. You have a card.
Oh, thank you.
Here's my YouTube channel there. What's your name?
Ian.
Ian. Nice to meet you.
Will.
Will, where are you guys from?
From the States.
From the States. Okay. Okay, so I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals.
Okay.
Do you guys think animals deserve rights?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What rights do you think animals deserve?
It's a good question.
I would say almost all that humans have.
Do you think they deserve the right to not be enslaved by humans?
I guess it depends how you put being enslaved. Because
Like being treated like property.
As in like cattle farms and stuff, or like a dog, like chilling in the house.
All animals. Do you think we should discriminate based on the species that an individual is born?
No. I'll start with that one. I don't think we should discriminate based on the species.
So
No.
then it doesn't matter if they're a cow, chicken, pig, or a dog, right?
Yeah, we'll go with that line of thought. We'll start with
I
that.
guess, yeah, it really depends how you think about it. So I think there's so many, like the way society's kind of formed is like these animals, like a cow or a pig, is like raised. It's only meant to be, like a farm animal to be
Only
property.
cattle or
I've only known cows as property.
But but we deemed them as that, right?
Yeah, we decide that.
Yeah. Do you think it's
They don't-
fair for us to do that to them?
No.
To bring them
Yes.
to life, so to treat them like property?
Sure. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Do you
Yeah.
think we need to do this to them? Like, do we need to get milk out of them, to kill them for meat? Do you think we can get our nutrition from other sources?
I love milk.
He does. I think we can get our food from other places.
Have you seen like the 3D printed beef?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Have you tried? Have you been able to try it yet?
I think I tried 3D printed meat. I'm not sure if it was what some of it was made from grains, so I did try it and it was nice. But yeah, I'm like I usually talk about animal rights because I think as you said, there's 3D printed meat, there's plant-based meat. We'll have cultivated meat like lab-grown meat also. So we have a lot of alternatives today, and we'll have even more
in the future.
Yeah, well, in the very near future. Do you think is it fair to bring them to life only to kill them because I don't know, because we profit from it, or because this is how we've always done it, or because we like the taste of their milk or their meat?
I mean, no, it's never fair.
Yeah, it's
but
just no
It
killing.
is just
It's
what's going to
just-
happen, though.
Yeah, to an extent.
So yeah,
It's
if
It
you
is
want to
fair,
change it,
but
something needs to be
it's
done.
the reality.
It is going to happen, and it is happening. You're right. The question is if it's fair or not, because if you find it unfair, then don't you think you should at least yourselves should stop participating in it? Because yeah, maybe it is going to happen, but murder is also going to happen, rape is going to happen, but you don't participate in it, right? You don't say, well, it's going to happen anyway, might as well do it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to
Good
put
point.
it.
Yeah.
Because I was just gonna say, my stance has always been, I just kind of eat beef because, if I don't buy that meat at the store, then
it's gonna go bad.
It'll just go bad and it'll get thrown away. So it's like
Maybe that's going to
I might as
happen.
well just go eat it anyways.
But that will mean that fewer animals will be killed in the end, because the store will demand less meat.
Yeah.
The farmer will
Order
bring
less.
less animals to life to kill them. So, but if you buy it, the meat is, you're right, is going to be used. The animal that was killed, in a sense, you are using all of it, because if you're doing that, well, or at least that part that you're buying. But another animal will take their place, will be brought to life only to be exploited and killed. And I would say like dairy farms they're so bad. Let's just go through that for a little bit. Like, do you know why cows produce milk? What's the biological reasons that they produce milk?
For the children.
Yeah, for the
Exactly,
young kids.
exactly. So do you think that they get pregnant when they want to, like humans do, or do you think that we impregnate them?
Probably, yeah. It's probably.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you'll bring a bull to the farm.
Yeah.
Bull goes and has a heyday for for like a week or so.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, that's
everybody
in
gets paid
very
at the
few
same time.
cases. Most of the cases we jerk off a bull, and then we use the semen to impregnate a cow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Yeah, yeah.
majority of the cases, because most farms cannot afford to have a bull on their premise. Yeah, yeah. When the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
So they don't develop a bond.
That's one way. Yeah, that's why they separate them faster sooner rather than later. But they always separate them, even if they.
Oh, just so they don't, the kids don't take like all the mother's milk.
Exactly. So they don't drink the milk, right? The milk that their mother produced specifically for them.
And it's
We say,
for us.
fuck off. It's our milk. If the
Now it's in
baby's
my
born
belly.
male, if the baby's born male, what do you think happens to them?
Yeah, he gets killed.
Killed, or they raise them for meat.
Well, it's like the I had a friend back home, and he had a chicken farm, and they would get like a shipment of like 20 like baby chicks.
Yeah.
And usually they're supposed to be all females.
Yeah.
But then sometimes there'd be a few males in there.
Roosters.
And it's like, okay, well, you know, we don't need them. They just go and kill a little baby male and throw them away.
Do you think it's fair to kill these individuals based on how they're born?
No, not at all.
No, no. Yeah, do you acknowledge that when you buy these products, you're essentially paying for this to happen?
Yeah.
In
I
your
guess.
name, basically? Yeah. What do you think you can do about it? Do you think you can stop paying for this product?
Yeah, I think you can just stop participating in the system.
And eventually the system will shrink, right? And eventually hopefully go
Yeah, if
away,
enough
right?
people join in and partake,
Yeah.
and then it'll stop. So
But the only way the change can happen is if all of us actually pick up the
actually
change,
do
right?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
So which side of the aisle do you guys want to be on? Do you want to be the ones who continuously give them money to do this to animals, or do you want to stop?
I'm still gonna eat meat.
You're still gonna eat meat? Well, let me put a hypothetical out there. If all the animals in animal agriculture, the cows, chickens, and pigs, they get a virus which kills them off and we can no longer reproduce them, farmers start using cats and dogs, are you still gonna continue eating meat?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I can't.
So why do you give them? Why don't you grant the same rights? Do you think that if we put a cow into a slaughterhouse, they feel any differently than a dog does? No.
It's the same thing.
And a cow didn't choose to be born a cow. A dog didn't choose to be born a dog. And yet you grant them rights based on how they're born, don't you?
Yeah.
Isn't that unfair? Would
It
you
is.
want that to happen to you?
No, yes.
Why do it to
Yeah,
others,
yeah.
man? Why do it to others? It's a golden rule. Let's not do to others what we wouldn't want to be done to us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still want to continue eating meat? Yeah. You can have plant-based meat, right?
There is.
So do you think, I understand there's a taste and maybe texture difference. Do you think that taste and texture difference justifies the oppression that animals go through?
No, probably not.
Probably not. So, and let me tell you this, because if I say I respect women, but then I go around smacking women's asses, do I respect women?
No.
No. So I can say one thing, but what I do
This is
matters
the action.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So you say all the right things, but your actions need to reflect who you actually are, don't
For
they?
sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want you to decide right here on the spot who you actually are, right? I'm a stranger to you guys, I get it. I'm just here to inform you a little bit. And by the way, in dairy production, just to finish it off, if they're born female, they do the same thing as their mothers. They impregnate them every year, they take their babies every year, and they exploit them for milk every year. And at the age of 6 or 8, they kill them. Do you know why they kill them at that age? Cows can live 24 years.
Because I'm pretty sure they only use the females for milk, and then they use the males for meat, right?
Yeah, yeah, but the females at the age of 6 or 8 years, they kill them after every year impregnating them. But at some point, they also kill them, like at a fraction of their lifespan. Do you know why?
Maybe it's like after
they
that.
stop being fertile, or
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't get them pregnant because nobody was meant to be impregnated 8 times in their lifetimes. Like nobody. And they, after a while, obviously it's not gonna work anymore. So we kill them. So not only do they suffer out of all this exploitation,
They aren't even gonna
impregnation,
live like a normal life.
I think milk is arguably the cruelest things we do to animals. It's arguably like, I would say meat is a little bit better. It's still wrong, but it's milk is just so cruel.
Interesting. So
To impregnate them, to take their babies, so they suffer from their babies, to kill their babies, to kill them when we cannot use them. We're treating them like objects.
I'd always kind of been the opposite, where I thought meat was more cruel, and I was like, well, like obviously all those things happen when you're making milk, but I hadn't thought it was really that bad. It's like, oh, okay, like you're milking them for what they've got, but you're not killing them. So.
And this is just the standard practice. If you add on top of it the dehorning, the branding, all the stuff that we do, it becomes even worse. So yeah, it's all bad. But at the end of the day, you know, I value my life as much as you value your life. Because my life is everything to me, your life is everything to you.
Yeah.
It's the same for an animal. Their life is everything to them. That's why it's wrong for me to kill you, and that's why it's wrong to kill an animal. Not because you were born human, all of a sudden you have more value or something. It's because you value your life, and I need to respect that. You don't want to be killed. I need to respect that. The same for an animal. They value their life, and I need to respect that. If I bring an animal to life, I don't have the right to do what I want to them, right? That's it. And if I don't want that, then I shouldn't bring them to life in the first place. That's it. Right? So let me just give you some cards. I appreciate you guys having the conversation
Yeah,
with me.
of course, man.
So can you just promise me one thing? Watch Dominion or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. They're documentaries that appear on top if you scan this QR code.
Sure.
Yeah, watch it. Okay. I appreciate you guys. And until then, how about we do this? Until you watch these documentaries, you be plant-based for a meal.
Yeah.
Okay, can we do this?
We can try one.
Yeah, we'll do it. Okay, I appreciate you guys.
What's your name?
I'm Chip.
Chip?
Chip, yeah.
Ian, nice to meet you, man.
Ian.
Take care.
Thank you. You know, I don't meet a lot of open-minded people. You guys were pretty open-minded to this. I appreciate the conversation. Let's, you know, open-minded people are very few amongst most individuals. So you have a bit of a bigger responsibilities to act, you know? Because otherwise, if you can't act, who the hell can in this world, right?
Yeah.
We gotta be leaders in this type of stuff, okay?
Yeah, right sure.
Thank you so much, guys.
Of course.
Have a nice
Have a good
night.
one.
Cheers.
Good one.
Okay, everybody, I think I'm done with the conversations. I'm pretty wet. Can you show that card, Chip? Yeah, I can show that card. Like this. You also have all the links in the description of the video. Dominion. Dominion is a documentary that shows what animals go through. I have 4 cards left. We gave out 11 cards today. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. Yeah, these guys were pretty. I like them. I like them. I don't know if they'll change. I honestly don't. You never know where change sparks. But yeah, I don't understand that golden rules, asks JDN. Well, golden rule means you treat others how you would want to be treated yourself, right? Or you treat others how they prefer to be treated, because that's how you would want to be treated also, right? Or you could say you wouldn't do something bad to others that you would think it's bad yourself. In other words, you wouldn't exploit and slaughter others because you wouldn't want to be exploited and slaughtered yourself. Ben's straight, guy built like a twig. Brother, why is it that you guys insist on me having to show my muscles? I wouldn't say that's built like a twig, would you? And I'm not even, this is a pretty off day. I'm like literally no pump, no nothing. And I'm in a calorie deficit. Stop it with this nonsense. Guys built like a twig. I'm not. I'm pretty well built. Chips built like an oak tree. That's a good one, Martin. Careful with those twigs, says Muffin Man. Yeah, sure. Yes, and at the end of the day, you'll believe whatever you want to believe, right? Because that's what it is about. When you have to justify the oppression that you're supporting, you'll believe everything. You'll believe that I'm the devil. You will try to make me seem like the bad guy, because if I'm the bad guy, you don't have to listen to what I say, right? If I'm the bad guy, then you can easily continue to oppress animals. Muffin Man says, take a joke. Sure. Get a job while you care what people eat with a freak. Brother, the drag side truth seeker. Oh my God, with a name like truth seeker, you would think you would be interested in hearing the truth. So the truth is, truth seeker, that when you buy animal products which are essentially optional products to you because you can thrive on a plant-based diet, when you do that, truth seeker, you are oppressing innocent animals, okay? You are bringing them to life, treating them like an object, and then killing them. That's it. You shouldn't be doing that, because you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you, right? Just because you have power over them, just because you think you're more intelligent than them, just because you think you're more superior than them, does not give you the right to do that to them. You know why? Because you can always be in the other position. There can always be somebody who's smarter, more powerful, and more intelligent than you. That doesn't mean that they have the right to do that to you also, okay? Daniel Broccoli says, I constantly wonder how intelligent animals are. Daniel Broccoli, the way I see it, I think animals are as intelligent as the average human. I mean, the average human is capable of higher intelligence, I'll grant you that. But the day-to-day life on how humans live, on how animals live, I don't think there's any difference. Most humans just follow what other humans do. Most humans just follow what they've been told to do, right? Like we see it often. Hell, most of the conversations we have are with people who said they've been doing it because that's how they've been taught and they've been doing their whole life. So most people are almost allergic to change. Most people don't really understand logical arguments well enough. Most people bring up logical fallacies. Most people yell logical fallacies when they're not even logical fallacies. So no, I wouldn't really think most humans are more intelligent than animals. I think they're capable of higher intelligence, but I don't think that they necessarily are exercising that capability. So, yeah. Like, look at this person, explorer and chauffeur guide. Plants have feelings too. As if, you know, when you make this statement, plants have feelings too, what you're essentially doing is it's either a nirvana fallacy by saying, well, you as a vegan are not perfect also, or what you're saying is it's an appeal to futility. No matter what you do, you're going to be killing somebody who has feelings, or plants are alive, murder. See, but that's not true. First of all, plants don't have feelings. Plants are not sentient. They cannot have sentience. The only thing that is sentience is coming from brains. As far as we know, that's all where it is. Yes, as far as we know. Yes, of course, because we don't know any other way a sentience can arrive, right? It's a emerging property of brains and central nervous system. But let's imagine, just like for the sake of it, just for the sake of it, you know what? You guys think you're smart. You think plants have feelings, whatever. Let's say plants have feelings. You know what? When you consume animal products, you kill way more plants than when you consume plant products. It sounds silly, it sounds counterintuitive, but bear with me, because you forget, a cow, in order to grow, before killing them, they have to grow a lot of plants and feed them a lot of plants. The same thing that most people use the food chain that most people use as an excuse to exploit animals, is the very reason that explains that you actually kill more plants when consuming animal products. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. So whatever animal product it is, food, clothing, entertainment, whatever animal product it is, you will be killing more plants in the process. So if you think that plants have feelings, then you would want to kill plants also, right? It's not you appealing to futility. It's unjustified, because being vegan is obviously a better choice. It's obviously a more moral choice. No matter how you spin it or how you see it, there is absolutely no way to spin it where veganism is not the best moral choice to be. There isn't. You just want to believe that there is. You just want to come up with excuses. And believe it or not, all the excuses that you have, all of them, you can find a response to them online on Google. It's very easy. I like vegetarians more. Yeah, because vegetarians, they just have a diet. Vegans is a moral position where you reject animal exploitation. Vegetarian is a diet where they say, I don't like meat, therefore I will not eat meat. Or meat is not healthy, therefore I will not eat meat. Vegetarian is a stance where you do something for yourself. Vegetarian is for yourself. Veganism is for the animals. Do you understand that? It's a difference. Jesus ate meat. Sure, I'm sure Jesus ate meat. I'm sure you want to believe that. I'm sure you want to wholeheartedly believe that Jesus ate meat. Being plant-based is generally much more healthy too, says Kelsey. I think it is too, but that's an opinion. If I can make a empirical statement, is that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. You can also be less healthy, but you can be at least just as healthy. Why do you care what others eat? You choose that lifestyle to be vegan, so you don't have the right to force that lifestyle on others. Oh, bang, whiz, zap, pow. What a name. Bang, whiz, zap, pow. Sounds just like a lot of homonyms, right? If I'm not mistaken. So, all these homonyms. Bang, bangs, whiz, zap, pow. Are you not forcing your choices on animals? I'm just here speaking for animal rights, man. I don't care what you eat. Eat whatever you want. Just don't exploit animals in the process. it's essentially what I'm saying. You know, I have no right to tell anybody who to have intercourse with, but I will tell absolutely everybody to not have intercourse without consent. It's pretty simple, isn't it? That's all it is. Eternal gratitude to you, Chip, for advocating for the voiceless and defenseless, says Mark J. Thank you so much, Mark J. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. What a name is yours, Chips, you muppet. Now attacking my name. Wow, that's high quality argumentation right there. You should definitely oppress animals because there's a guy out there, and get this, his name is Chip and he's vegan. Obviously, you can't be vegan because that's a ridiculous name for somebody to have. Therefore, you can't be vegan. Imagine that. You're right. What? Yeah. Do we have? Why do you think the entity question I put forward was confusing for people or wouldn't work? Would love to know. Skirmish UK, I think most people, where entity is a great argument online, is a great argument in debates, but when it comes to speaking to people on the street, every time I do entity, most people don't get it. Most people don't understand it. Most people, they just don't understand it. What do you mean they're humans? No, what's the trait? What do you mean? Like, I got somewhere when I asked phenotypes, but even then, they didn't really get it. So that's the problem with it. I think it's a great argumentation thing, but I think most people don't get it. I think that's, so when you're advocating, you need to, you know, you need, like I feel like science communication has to come with knowing your audience. That's the thing. Oh, I see, Benji, you deleted somebody's message. It's okay, you don't have to delete anybody's message. Where's the exploitation if it lived in the wild? Henderson Gibson, if the animal, first of all, calling an animal an it is kind of whatever. If you want to call an animal an it, you were taught to do that, I assume. You don't do it intentionally. But if I were to call a human an it, I hope you understand that it's exactly the same, right? They're individuals. Calling them an it is doing nothing more than removing their individuality, first of all. Second, where is the exploitation? You say you didn't, you did. You say, where's the exploitation if it lived in the wild? The exploitation is if you are going to kill an animal that lived in the wild for something that you don't need, it's still an exploitative process. You still see them as an object that you can get from. I'm sure you wouldn't kill a human being in the wild if you benefited from it, right? You would still respect their individuality. So even in the wild, when you kill them, you would still not be respecting their individuality. Chip, you ending the stream soon? I will be ending the stream soon. If people are bad, I call them it, says Muffin Man. It's a good point. You can call them it. Vegan is the only way to have care and compassion. Anyway. Is alcohol okay? As long as it doesn't come from exploitation, abuse, and slaughter, sure. I think you guys fail to understand. You keep focusing on your products, what you get, and I keep telling you it's about the animals that are exploited and slaughtered for them. It's not about the product, it's about the innocent individuals who are exploited and slaughtered for them, okay? It's not about the product. Let me rephrase a couple of times. Out of interest, would you see cannibalism among people as worse than a person eating an animal, or you view them both the same? I don't mean this as a trick question. No, I think cannibalism is exactly the same as carnism. If you're aware about the individuality that animals have, if you're aware that you're slaughtering an innocent sentient being, like you are with humans in general, then yeah, eating a human or eating an animal is the same thing. You are discriminating based on the trait that they're born with, namely well, not even a trait, but based on the category that they're born in, namely species. And you seem to think that because they're born a different species, it's okay to kill them. The reason why it's not okay to kill a human being, it's not because of their intelligence, it's not because of their cognitive abilities, because they can speak, because they can build, because of their usefulness in society. It's not because of whatever else. It's not. The reason why it's wrong to kill a human being is because you want to respect them as an individual. You want to respect what they, who they are. You want to respect what they want out of their life. You want to respect them, right? That's all it is. You should do the same to any other sentient being, because the one thing that matters to every single human being on this planet is our consciousness, our experience, our subjective experience. To every single one of us that we are listening to this and hearing this, to all of us, if we think about the best times in our life, it's the experiences and the emotions that we drew from those experiences. Or maybe, you know, the knowledge that we learned, oh, don't do this or don't do that. But it's mainly the experiences that we gained for those, and the emotions that we had during those experiences. Those are the most important things in our life. Those are the memories we fondly remember or not so fondly remember. That's it. So if that is what matters to you, why the hell wouldn't that matter to an animal also? Because they have the same thing. I think the only difference from an animal is the advanced speech capabilities. That's it. But they communicate, they want to live, they have families, they have emotions, they feel love, they feel hate, they feel anxiety. They have experiences of the world. They experience things which they draw positive and negative emotions from it, like we do. And then they remember them fondly or not so fondly. That's it. Do you think cavemen were wrong, asks Muffin Man. I think cavemen did what they had to do to survive. I think we are not cavemen. I think we have alternatives. I think if you were in a survival situation and you had to kill a human or an animal to survive, I don't think anybody would be judging you if you do that in a survival situation. But in a day-to-day life, to kill a human or an animal because you want to eat them, because, oh, I like the taste of them, or because we've been doing it for a long time, I don't think any of those are good enough justifications to commit, you know, oppressive acts. Meat tastes lovely. Humans are designed to eat both meat and vegetables. Animals eat other animals. It's nature. Oh my God. Okay, appeal to nature. Humans are designed to eat both meat and vegetables. Humans are not designed, first of all. We evolved. We can survive on both. All the more reasons to not consume animal products, because you acknowledge that we can survive on both. If you eat only fruit and vegetables, then crack on, but don't preach to others and tell what others ought to do. Jimmy Cooper, I suppose you were not here, but I'll tell you what. If you wouldn't eat a dog when you can have other alternatives, why the hell would you eat a cow, a chicken, or a pig? Why the hell would you discriminate based on how they're born? That's it. Stop oppressing others. That's it. Stop being an oppressor. Stop it. Just stop oppressing others. There's no sense. That's it. Linda, another shout out to you, Linda. Thank you so much. You were the first to comment last time. So only if I was stranded on this island I can eat an animal if no plants are available. Muffin Man, respect the rights of individuals. Why is it so difficult for you to understand? Don't violate the rights. Violating somebody's right to body autonomy requires extraordinary explanations. It doesn't. You just liking the taste of their flesh is not a good enough justification to violate somebody's body autonomy. Just because we've been doing it forever is not a good enough justification to violate somebody's body autonomy. Just because your parents do it for you is not a good enough justification to violate somebody's body autonomy. Body autonomy is where it's at. Respect everybody's body autonomy. But if I'm stranded, I am not violating. If you're stranded on a deserted island and you violate somebody's body autonomy, well, it ends up, if it's a survival situation, as I've explained time and time again, it ends up being between your autonomy, right? Your body autonomy, because you may die, or somebody else's body autonomy. Of course, nobody's going to judge you if you choose your body autonomy. That's the whole point of it. I'm not going to judge you if you choose your body autonomy. That's the whole thing. Our teeth show that we evolved to eat both flesh and plants. Yeah. Ah, look at my canines. Ah, they're so big. Yeah, I could chew through everything. Look at those. Imagine that. That's it, Muffin Man. But come back, Muffin Man, okay? I'm rooting for Linda Does Stuff to be first again. I'm going to settle for Firth. Louis, you're always the Firth. The Firth. The first. Homo sapien is closer to herbivores than omnivores. We aren't true omnivores. I would say we are closer to herbivores. I'll agree with that. Why do we have canines though? Seriously.
That one's 2 more.
Canines doesn't have to be eating meat. That's motivated reasoning. You say we have canines because we have to eat meat, but the reality is canines can also just be a sign of threat, right? We come from primates. A lot of primates that are plant-based or they are herbivorous, they don't have canines because they eat flesh. They have canines, even if they sometimes do, they have canines because protection, out of their own, for their own protection, to show dominance. We barely have canines anyway. What are you talking about? These are not canines. What the hell are we talking about? It's for biting your enemies. There you go. Why is it that you have to consider it, canines are for meat? That's what it's called. It's called, like, because you guys shouldn't start with the conclusion. You shouldn't start with, I want to eat meat, let me find the justifications for it. You should start with the question, is it okay to oppress animals for optional products? And if not, then obviously no optional product would be fair in that situation, right? No optional product would be fair. Doesn't matter if the optional product is food, clothing, or hell, electronic, doesn't matter. If it's an optional product, right? If you don't need it, why continue supporting it? Gorillas have canines and they are herbivores. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you for everybody who asked questions also. Please come back, come asking questions. I'll be back probably tomorrow. Yeah, our jaw is more indicative indeed of a herbivorous, because we can do left and right? Our eyesight, the fact that we can see colors, is indicative that we're mostly herbivorous, right? We just take on this little thing, canine, and we say, oh, there you go. Or the fact that we can digest it. I'm just saying, it's not necessarily indicative of that. You go, man. I love you so much. You have a good day, my guy. Thank you, Axel. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope to see you next time. If you're not vegan, there's a 3-minute video in the description of this stream. I hope you're going to watch that. 3 minutes it takes. Henderson Gibson, 3-minute video. It's in the description of this stream. Maybe you'll like it. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you again tomorrow. And yeah, if not, and on Thursday, I think we might have a chill stream. I'm looking forward for a chill stream also. I wish it were tomorrow, but I think it has to be on Thursday because I might have a little bit of news. I'm not 100% sure, but I might have a little bit of news, So we'll see about that. But on Thursday, I'll know for sure on Thursday. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you for the vegans who have endured everything in the chat. Thank you for all the moderators who have done an excellent job. Thank you for everybody who donated. And thank you for everybody who, strives to be the first to comment because, yeah. Look at this guy. Carnivore is the only diet. We don't need supplements. Oh, sure. Where do you get your vitamin C as a carnivore? Anyway, let's not go